If you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair. The LSU Tigers excel due to great preparation, talent, and execution. Those same principles are what make National Trench Safety the leader in the trench safety equipment industry. National Trench Safety is recognized across the country as the trench and traffic safety specialist, supporting the equipment rental and engineering needs for the refining, chemical, pipeline, power, transportation, and municipal market. Visit ntsafety.com today for more details. Remember, if it's in the trench, over the trench, or around the trench, National Trench Safety has you covered. Go Tigers! Tigers are your team, and Super One Foods is your grocery store. They offer super low prices from the moment you walk in their door, starting with the hottest deals on their famous wall of values. You'll get super savings on fresh produce, meat cut fresh daily, and all of your favorite brands throughout the store. Shop Super One Foods online or in store for super low prices on game day and every day. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods.
This is Richard Zuslaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
As we continue on the Cajun Country Rice on Deck Show, it's time to visit with the top Tiger. This visit with LSU skipper Jay Johnson, presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics, on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Coach, we get ready for another SEC series. I know you guys want to get healthy. You want to get everybody back in the lineup because you know, as you told me before the season started, this Alabama team could be scary, and right now they're playing their best baseball.
Yeah, really good team, really good pitching staff, good bullpen, veteran position players. It's almost identical to the team that we played last year in Tuscaloosa. Same names, but they're older, they're better, they're more mature, and this should be a great weekend of SEC baseball here.
I know that you talk about it since, probably back to fall ball, when guys are unable to go and guys have to step up. I mean, that's expected. That's why you built this roster. Have you talked this week at all, even going back to Tuesday, about, hey, when your number's called, you have to go deliver? We're not encouraging you to deliver. You must.
I think no, and it's only because of a trust in the players that they understand that when they're put in there, their understanding is that they have to do their job that's going to help the team win, no matter what that job is, whether they like it or not. And, we got good competitors. We have good depth, obviously, and so the expectation is whoever we're rolling out there, even though it's tough sometimes when you got a bunch of guys down, that they can get the job done and everybody gets behind them and we go for it.
As you mentioned, one of the most veteran teams in college baseball, certainly in the SEC. When you look at this lineup 1 through 9, what will be the challenge, again, for Paul Skeens, who we expect nothing but the best?
I just think he needs to execute, and I thought he executed great last weekend at Ole Miss and has executed essentially every time out there. Even when he hasn't been at his best, he's found a way, and when you're super talented with multiple weapons, you can do that. So we'd love to see you have all his weapons going and execute all of them because it's hard to get to him when that's the case, but I trust Paul to always find a way and keep us in the game.
Again, winning 5 straight SEC games. They had a pretty tough schedule to start the season in Alabama. You talked about their pitching staff being one that will bring some challenges. What do we expect on the mound and even out of the bullpen tonight in Game 1 from the Tide?
Yeah, I mean, with Holman, at least as the scheduled starter, whether they stick with that or not, we'll see. But it's got a good fastball. It's got life to it. He hides the ball very, very well, so we got to do a good job getting in position to see it. We got to be short with our swings. And when he makes a mistake on the fastball, you got to hit it because he'll give it to you. Don't want him to settle in with the secondary pitches. And with the bullpen, they're good. They're left and right. They throw strikes. They got to come at you from different looks. And Brad's a really good recruiter. I would say he's one of the best recruiters in the country. And this is a time where they kind of have what they need. So we got to just execute each pitch, each inning as it comes, and make it hard on them.
Last weekend, real quickly, Coach, Friday and Saturday, you guys played about as good a baseball in all phases of the game as you have all year. Coming into this series and knowing the importance and knowing how red-hot Alabama is, you like the preparation the last couple of days?
Yeah, I think so. I think, honestly, something that we talked about is we have the blueprint for this team to be successful. Like, we don't have to go do something that we haven't done. We need to be the best version of us on offense, defense, from the mound. courage, competitiveness class from the dugout. And then also, I think it's important that 10 weeks of this, it's a grind and it's a battle. But this is a really cool time for our players. So I want them to play free. I want them to play loose. I want them to play focused and understand that this is a really cool team to be on in a really special time and leave it all out on the field. I think if we do that over the next 7 weeks, we're going to be okay.
Well, I know for sure it's good to be home. And as you found out, I know already, whenever Alabama and LSU play anything, it's always going to be a great atmosphere. Looking forward to it tonight, Coach. Best of luck. Get after 'em.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Head Coach Jay Johnson, everybody. Starting lineups come your way next, and then we get it started. Game 1, Alabama coming in to take on your Fighting Tigers here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
First pitch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball is just moments away. Time now for the starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Proudly helping Louisiana business stay clean, safe, and ready for the workday for over 40 years. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Just a reminder, fans, StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. Check the virtual view, score your seats, and get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. StubHub, be there. Let's take a look at the Cintas starting lineup. First for the Alabama Crimson Tide, coming in 30-12 on the year, 9-9. Their SEC mark. They've won 5 straight SEC games. Jim Jarvis will lead it off, the shortstop, a senior batting .297. Tommy Seidel, a left fielder, will be a .360 hitter. He'll bat second. He's a senior, another veteran on this Crimson Tide team. In right field will be Andrew Pinckney, a junior batting .329. Drew Williamson will be at first base. He'll bat cleanup, a senior hitting .338 with 10 home runs. Dominic Temez will be behind the plate catching. He'll bat in the 5 hole. He's a junior with a .318 average. Colby Shelton, a freshman, batting .302, will play third base and bat 6. Caden Rose will be in center field batting 7th. It'll be Jackson West, the DH, batting in the 8th spot, and Ed Johnson, the second baseman, rounds out the lineup, the senior hitting .331 in the 9 hole. Now for your Fighting Tigers of LSU, 32-8, 12-5 in SEC play. Gavin Dugas will lead it off. Second baseman, a senior, batting .319. Trey Morgan back into the lineup. He'll be in left field, batting in the 2 hole. The junior hitting .312. Dylan Cruz in center, batting third, hitting .485. Tommy White back in the lineup as well. He'll be the cleanup hitter. He'll play third base, a sophomore, hitting .370. Cade Beloso, the DH, once again will bat 5th. Jordan Thompson, the shortstop, batting 6th. Jared Jones will be at first base in the 7 hole. Braden Jobert in right field, batting 8th. And Alex Milazzo, another start behind the plate. He'll bat 9th, batting .346 on the year. That's your Cintas starting lineup. First pitch, game 1, Alabama LSU at the box. Coming up after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Together Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Straddling the mighty Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Ascension Parish is Louisiana's sweet spot for a perfect weekend stopover, shop-over stay. Shop at Tanger Outlet's 60-plus designer and brand name stores. Tour fabulous Homa's House, Mansion, and Gardens. Visit Sugar-Filled Spirits Distillery, known for its unique spirits, wines, and ciders made from real local ingredients and flavors, or so many other interesting nearby attractions. Just a half hour east of Baton Rouge's Tiger Stadium and 1 hour west of New Orleans. Ascension Parish, your Baton Rouge to New Orleans stopover, shop-over spot. For more info, visit LASweetspot.com.
Will Scott Mobile Mini is the global leader in modular offices and storage containers. Keep your products safe and secure with our wide array of vault-like storage containers. Need shelves and lighting for your container? We can help. We have the right container for your industrial, commercial, or residential storage needs. All of our offices are delivered ready to work with customizable furniture options to fit any need. Give us a call at 800-841-7016 or visit our website at www.mobilemini.com.
17 SEC championships.
There's flash 5 R's in the pitch.
34 NCAA tournament appearances.
Swung on a hit to right field. Way back there.
18 trips to Omaha. 6 national titles. The powerhouse of college baseball. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Underway on this Friday night. First pitch 6:03 Central Time. Game 1, Alabama. Taking on your Fighting Tigers. Happy to have you with us. Our producer, Alondra Villarreal, in the Capital One studio. Tiger champ Doug Thompson. I'm Chris Blair. Leading things off, Jim Jarvis. Shortstop for the Crimson Tide. Behind in the count 1-2 to Paul Skeens. And the 1-2 pitch misses low and inside. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful Friday. It'll be a beautiful Friday afternoon and into the evening hours. Game day weather report brought to you by AccuTemp. Currently 80 degrees here in the capital city with nothing but clear skies. Here's a swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball, did Skeens. At 101 miles an hour, Jarvis couldn't stay away, and he's down on strikes. And Paul Skeens starts it off with a Super One Food strikeout, 1 down. Here in the top of the first inning, that'll bring Tommy Seidel, the left fielder for the Crimson Tide, to the plate. Redshirt senior for Coach Bohannon.
Yeah, 101 there. First pitch of the game, 100 for a strike.
First delivery to the right-hander Seidel is a called strike. One of the things that was interesting in Oxford last weekend, we did not see 100 miles an hour from Paul Skeens. But, Doug, I think it's because they don't have 3 digits on the scoreboard.
Of course.
Here's the 0-1 to Seidel. High misses outside. Again,
they're just getting cable television in Oxford. No, I'm kidding.
One ball, 1 strike.
No, I think that's what it was. I mean, obviously, he hit 99 a bunch, right? And we haven't seen a game where he hasn't hit 100.
Here's a swing and a miss. Seidel will take a little stroll from the right side of the box to the left and then come back around. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes against Skeens. Quickly out in front. Again, the defense tonight for the Tigers. Tommy White, good to see back at third. Jordan Thompson at short. Dugas at second. Jared Jones, the freshman, at first base. Morgan Cruz and Joe Bear left to right. Out in the outfield. And Milazzo at the plate as that pitch just missed the outside corner. A burner at 101. Tight. According to Seth Buckminster, our home plate umpire, Skeens thought he had painted the corner. It's now 2-2 to Seidel.
I almost want to give it to him. That one had some sizzle on it.
2-2 pitch fouled off into the screen. Again, 101 on the delivery from Skeens. Seidel stands in with 1 out, top of the first inning, batting .360 on the year. 6 home runs, 4 doubles.
for the Crimson Tide left fielder. 1 out and a 2-2 count. Skeens winds. Here's the 2-2 and swing and a miss. Little breaking ball there, and Seidel completely fooled. Half-hearted swing down on strike. Second punch out for Skeens. 2 gone here in the top of the first.
He just has a hunger for the strikeout, like just a thirst for it, like he needs it, right? And when he gets that opportunity to get ahead like that and throw the slider in there at 85, 86, I mean, that's one of the better sliders in Major League Baseball right now.
With 2 outs, we'll see Pinckney, the right fielder. First delivery, fastball for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Pinckney, a .329 hitter for the Crimson Tide, and as Doug told you in the Cajun Country Rice on Deck show, this is a good hitting, good performing offense for Alabama. Don't be fooled by a 9-9 record. 2 outs, an 0-1 count. Pitch to Pinckney. Fouled back into the screen and on the hands again. The fastball 1-0-1, and now 0-2 the count to the Tide right fielder.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a tough run, but 308 don't lie. Numbers don't lie, and that's what they're hitting as a team overall. Not quite that clip in the SEC.
The 0-2 way outside. Milazzo giving up the body, couldn't come up with it. Rolls to the backstop. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, the Crimson Tide, not quite the gauntlet LSU started, but still a very tough schedule to get the year going.
They played at Florida, lost 2 there. Played Kentucky, got beat twice.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a foul off the front of the plate. Rolls into the infield grass. Still keeps the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lost 2 out of 3 to Mississippi State.
And Arkansas. At Arkansas. And again, I mean, now the Mississippi State, when you bet they wish they had back, because, of course, they've struggled a little bit in Starkville this year.
2 outs, top of the first. Skeens fanned the first 2 batters. Looking at 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Pinckney. The right-hander fires. Low and away. Evens a count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, and I know the SEC sheet says they have a 5-game win streak in the SEC, or they have a 4-game win streak, but in SEC play, they've won 5 straight.
2-2 delivery. Missed outside. Make the count full now, 3-2. Took 2 of 3 from Auburn and swept Missouri last weekend in Columbia.
They actually had one of those weird midweek losses to UAB last week. They lost 4-3 in 11 innings.
2 outs, a payoff delivery from Skeens. Ground ball up the middle, base hit off the bat of Pinckney into center field. So a 2-out single as Pinckney picks up his 50th hit of the year.
Yep.
Able to battle, get it full, and eventually come away with a single.
Yeah, you mentioned it too, Chris. This is a veteran lineup, 2 seniors, a junior, and here another senior to start it off. And this guy has over 50 hits himself.
Yeah, Williamson, second in home runs on the team, batting cleanup, a senior. Left-handed hitter, runner at first, 2 down. Skeens fires, and the pitch misses inside the fastball, and it's 1-0. Outfield covered with sunshine. The infield, at least the infield grass for the most part, in the shade here. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first, and the pitch. Again, strike on the inside corner. Hurled in there at 100 miles an hour at the knees, inner part of the plate. Williamson, no offer. 1 ball, 1 strike.
One thing's for sure. No routine fly ball out to the right side right now. Not with that sun.
The 1-1. Short of the plate, gets away from Milazzo. That'll allow the runner in Pinckney to make his way to second base. That one hit about a foot in front of the plate. Milazzo did his best trying to get his body in front of it, but it got by him. That'll make the count now 2-1. So after 2 strikeouts, a single, and now a wild pitch puts a runner at second base here in the top of the first. And this game of baseball can change so quickly.
Oh, it's crazy.
So now Williamson looking at a 2-1 count. Skeens looks back to second, now fires, and it's lifted foul into the screen left side. That will even the count 2-2. Fans get low rate long-term financing right now on powerful Kubota tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Just visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer and test drive a Kubota today. Pinckney with the lead-off second. Had a 2-out single. Wild pitch got him to second base, but here's a swing and a miss, and Paul Skeens with 3 punch-outs here in the top of the first inning. Alabama, they're finished. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. We played a half inning at the box, no score. LSU coming to the plate for the first time. It'll be Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Paul Skeens gives up a single but has 3 strikeouts to get it started. Struck out the first 2 batters and got a strikeout to get the Tigers back in the dugout. LSU will have Gavin Dugas, Trey Morgan, Dylan Cruz due up. Dugas trying to get back to 100% healthy after the injury to the shoulder.
Yeah, good to see him, of course, and Tommy White back in the lineup for the Tigers.
The Tigers back at full strength tonight after being a little shorthanded Tuesday in that loss to Nichols. Wow. Hagan Banks was set to deliver the first pitch and kind of stumbled off the rubber and did not deliver. Go ahead and reset the pitch clock. Now they're asking for the pitch clock.
I would have guessed that was a balk. I mean, there we go, 1-0. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So they do get it right.
I thought so.
Yeah, that's usually a pretty easy balk call. It's the 1-0. Misses outside to Gavin Dugas. 2 balls, no strikes. Gavin on the year, batting .319. Part of that double-digit home run crew for LSU. He's got 10 as the breaking ball from Banks curls in for a strike. 2-1. Batting .319 has been really a nice addition to top the order after spending the first part of the year kind of in the middle. Took over the top of the order as that breaking ball misses outside, make it 3-1. But batting .436 when leading off the inning. Here's the 3-1 delivery. There's a strike on the inside corner. Fastball again expected to be low 90s for Banks. Here's the payoff delivery, and that's a called strike 3. Outer half of the plate. Dugas a little surprised that he will slowly make his way to the dugout. That'll bring Trey Morgan, who's also good to see back in the lineup after missing Tuesday night after taking a pitch to the wrist and hand on Sunday. And that win over Ole Miss in Oxford.
I'll tell you what, he's got some sink on that fastball, meaning it runs into the right-handed hitter. That one kind of came right back over the outside corner. I think Dugas just gave up on it a little too early.
First delivery to Morgan. Strike on the inside corner. Make it 0-1. Trey batting .312 on the year. Takes a big swing, but swings over the ball. Falls behind 0-2.
Chris, what time did you learn about the pitching change? The change of the starter?
About 30 minutes to first pitch.
Wow.
This one lifted in the air out of play left side by Morgan. Keep it 0-2.
You got to think you're probably 30 minutes behind when they made the decision. Imagine this young sophomore with only one start on the year, how he must feel.
Bouncer towards short. Coming over will be Jarvis, left of second base. He will glove it, throw to first. And Trey Morgan on the 6-3 ground out. 2 gone. Well, distance, as you hear, we have a 6-16 special.
However he felt before the first pitch, he feels much better now, getting 2 quick outs before he has to face Dylan Cruz with a runner on base.
So with bases empty and 2 outs, it'll be Dylan Cruz. And the first pitch to Dylan. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Cruz batting .485, 11 home runs, 1 triple, 12 doubles on the year. The 0-1. Quick swing, but foul down the line into the seats and right. And Dylan falls behind 0-2. Two outs, the 0-2 pitch. Off speed, floats upstairs. Ooh. Missed for ball 1, not by much.
No,
just above the letters.
But that's Dylan Cruz hit. If he gets that call, he's earned it.
The 1-2. Short, skips off the dish. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Cruz, who's also batting .486 with 2 outs in the inning. See if the rally train can spark something here for the Tigers. No score. The 2-2 to Dylan. Again, short. Having to dig it out to Mez, the catcher. That'll fill the count now, 3-2.
It's breaking ball there.
Payoff pitch.
Caught him
Called
with a fastball.
Strike 3. Came back with a fastball. Able to get him. So Hagen Banks called into action just before the start of the game. Able to get out of the first inning with no damage. 3 up, 3 down. The Tigers go. We head to the top of the second. Scoreless here. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Excuse me, do you know the average time of one full inning at an LSU baseball game?
10 minutes. Half an hour?
I think 45 minutes. Actually, one inning in baseball lasts about 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
I'm going to go with an hour and a half. I think it's about 2 hours.
Probably a couple days.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than one inning. Wow. Find out more. Visit them at AssuranceMortgage.com. That's AssuranceMortgage.com. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 70876.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the second inning coming your way from the box. This inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Paul Skeens ready to work. Dominic Temez, the catcher, a right-hander, stands in. And Skeen's first delivery, sent back foul into the screen. Gets ahead 0-1 on a fastball offering. Temez batting .318 on the year. 7 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs. Skeen's 0-1 pitch. Oh, beautiful breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Temez all kind of crossed up there, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, if you're Temez, now what do you do? Look for 100 or look for that slider with an 0-2 count?
Skeens fires, and a late swing, and he's able to send it foul down the first base line, just staying alive.
You get different answers from different hitters. Some guys like to try to guess what's coming, and some guys like to look for a fastball all the time and adjust. But I think against Paul Skeens, you always have to look for that 100-mile-an-hour heater.
The 0-2 swung on, sent down the line towards the seats in right. Still 0-2 now to Temez. Dominic Temez started his career at McLennan Community College, then some time in Fayetteville for Arkansas before making his way to Tuscaloosa. Breaking ball misses outside from Skeens. That'll make it 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the slider. Couldn't reach it with the bat. Fourth Super One Foods strikeout of the evening for Paul Skeens, and one down here in the top of the second inning. Again, fans, don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your AC system checked today from AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. So that will bring to the plate Colby Shelton with a few freshmen. Number 1 on this roster, number 2 in this lineup. As the left-hander fouls it back into the backstop, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, he's hot over the last 5 games, hitting .350 with 4 doubles and 3 home runs.
Skeens looks in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got that average up over 300 to 302. And it's not like he's just getting a nod as a freshman. He's got 37 starts on the year.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Get that heater by him. It's 1-2.
Probably hasn't seen very many of those, though, this year in his 127 at-bats.
Skeens ahead in the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And lifted in the air, foul territory, third base side. Tommy White coming over. Looks like he has room. He does. And squeezes it for out number 2. So Shelton retired. Flying out, foul territory. And we'll see Caden Rose, Jr. with a .296 average, center fielder for the Tide.
All right, if I'm Wes Johnson, I'm hoping for an out here in the first 3 pitches. He threw 22 in the first inning, probably 5 or 6 more than you would like to see, actually more than 5 or 6, 7 or 8. You're looking for under 15 pitches an inning or so.
First delivery on its way to Rose. Misses low and outside, ball 1.
And with Skeens, that's really important because he strikes so many people out. And, of course, if you have a lot of strikeouts, that's also means you've likely thrown a lot of pitches.
The 1-0 delivery. There's a fastball for a strike. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just such an effortless 98 miles an hour.
Here's the 1-1. And a swing and a miss. That time again came back with the heater. Late coming around is Rose, and he falls behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Skeens winds. Here's the 1-2. Foul back to us. Screen catches it. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alabama with 1 hit, a 2-out single in the top of the first inning. Runner eventually stranded at second base. LSU went 3 up, 3 down in the bottom half of the first frame. Skeens trying to return the favor here with a 1-2 count, 2 down in the top of the second. Pitch to Rose. Way
Watch
upstairs. Palazzo can't grab it. Doesn't hit the backstop, hit the screen. 2-2.
Boy, that'll make you nervous. 100 miles an hour, right about nose high. Make you think about the next one for sure.
Skeens square to the plate. Now will wind. The 2-2. And a swing and a miss. That one down and away with the heater. Rose, no chance. 5th strikeout on the night for Paul Skeens. 3 up, 3 down go the Tide in the top of the second. LSU coming to the plate. It'll be Tommy White, Cade Beloso, and Jordan Thompson. 4, 5, and 6. We return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
This This is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the second inning, LSU comes to the plate. Again, this inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench. Just text home run to 31996. Get your AC system checked from AccuTemp Services. Tommy White leads it off. Good to see him back in there after missing the Tuesday midweek after suffering a slight injury in Sunday's game against Ole Miss. He started that game but then came out early. There's a strike to even it up 1-1. Good start for Hagan Banks. Yeah. If he had any anxiety after being called upon just a little over a half hour, as White launches this one deep to right field, going back, no chance. This one's gone. Giving a look was Pinckney. He was sprinting towards the wall, but once he reached the track, he realized Tommy White was not going to let him make a play on that one. 14th home run of the year for Tommy White, and the Tigers take an early lead, 1-0.
Yeah, I'll finish what you were going to say about that anxiety that he might have had before the game. It's back. He got through the first inning, got away with it, maybe started thinking, you know what, I can do this. And right before you finished saying that, I was going to say, yeah, but we've got to make him stop feeling like that. Tommy White doesn't even give me a chance to. That one, 414 feet and 106 miles an hour off the bat. And once again, Chris, another Oppo taco for Mr. White.
Now we'll see Cade Beloso. Cade has homered in 3 straight games. Saturday, Sunday, and then again on Tuesday, as now Alabama, after the first pitch, a called strike, will move the third baseman Colby Shelton just right of second base. They'll go to the extreme shift here against the left-handed hitting Beloso. As this pitch misses low and inside, ball 1, 1 strike. So Jim Jarvis on an island left of second base. Beloso sends this one in the air to right center field. Pinckney now will settle under it and make the grab. Able to navigate the baseball and the sun.
Yeah, you can see it. I mean, look at the guys in the community coffee diamond deck. I mean, that just doesn't look like a whole lot of fun right now. You can see how bright the sun is off the bleachers. And how many times have we seen somebody on the right side drop a ball about this time of the day here in Baton Rouge? It's a real thing.
So with one down, that'll bring Jordan Thompson to the plate. 283 hitter. Pitch to the right-hander. Banks delivers a strike with a fastball, and it's 0-1.
And this is also that time of day. You can't really tell anymore on the TV, but the pitcher's standing in the sunlight and the batter's standing in the shadow. And, of course, that doesn't make things any easier for the hitter as Thompson appealed down for the check swing. He did not go, so it's 1-1.
Banks working quickly. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Went after one down in the zone off speed. Gets behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Another pretty good breaking ball there from Hagan Banks.
There's a strike at the knees. Thompson a little shocked by that. He's down on strikes. And Banks now with his 3rd punch out of the night.
Well, I think they're shocked because here again you'll watch our TV audience. This fastball, you remember Greg Maddux, he threw that thing starting 3 inches off the outside corner to righty, and it would come back and cut that outside edge. I mean, I'm not saying this guy's Greg Maddux, but it's a very similar pitch. And we've seen 3 strikeouts, Chris, all 3 on the same pitch, all 3 looking so far.
First pitch to Jared Jones, who stands in with 2 outs. They say he went around on a pitch outside. Now he swings and misses and quickly is down 0-2. So Banks, again, with an impressive bottom of the first performance, gave up the solo home run to Tommy White to start it here, but now settling down again. Got the pop out from Beloso, strikeout to Thompson, and now 1-2 the count to Jared Jones. Jones with 12 homers on the year. Freshman batting .344. 1-2 from Banks. Lifted in the air, down the line in right, going back. Williamson, the first baseman. Looks like he's got room, and he does make the catch for out number 3. But the Tigers get on the board, and they take a lead. 1 run on that 1 hit off the bat of Tommy White, his 14th homer of the year. It's 1-0 after 2 here at the box. Top of the 3rd coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the Hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your Fighting Tigers lead 1-0. We move now to the top of the 3rd inning. Alabama coming to the plate. It'll be 8-9 and top of the order. Due up Jackson West, the other freshman in the lineup for the Crimson Tide. Also a left-hander stands in. Paul Skeens fires, and it's a strike at the belt, outer half of the plate. Fastball is good for strike 1, 0-1. Jackson West out of Tallahassee, Florida. The first 2 games of the Mizzou series, had 2 hits, including a home run, helping the Tide sweep Mizzou. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Skeens once again working ahead.
Yeah, Jackson West not quite as much playing time this year as Colby Shelton.
The 0-2, swing and a miss, and Paul Skeens continues keep the K-Lady busy down there. That's going to be his 6th strikeout of the night. Another Super One Food strikeout, and quickly 1 gone here at the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, and if things stays like this, hopefully Miss Anita brought enough Ks tonight. I'm not sure how many she has packed down there. I think she brings 20 to the game every night.
Ed Johnson now, the number 9 hitter, stands in. Bats from the right side. Skeens misses a little high with that heater. It's 1-0. Again, beautiful evening for baseball here in Baton Rouge. 1-0. Just missed the outside corner with that fastball. Skeens showing his displeasure. 2-0 now the count to Johnson. Tomorrow there's a little bit of a chance of wet stuff, but again the game scheduled for 6 o'clock looks like most of that will be out of here. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Again, Johnson, like we've seen a couple of Tide hitters way behind on getting the bat around on the heater from Paul Skeens. But
a tardy party so far.
They would not be the first. The 2-1. There's a strike at the knees. Again, sticking with a fastball. It's 2-2.
46 pitches. That's the only part I don't like. I want to see more.
1 out, the 2-2 on the way.
See ya.
Oh, the
Lord.
breaking ball looked perfect on the outer half, but it's ruled ball 3. Let's look at it again all together.
Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
So a full count. Skeens looks in. 3-2. Foul down the right field line. Catches the screen at the first base dugout. Still 3-2 the count. Things are starting to heat up here in South Louisiana, but remember, Tiger fans, whenever you're ready to cool it down, just count on slow melt ice. Another payoff pitch. Ground ball gets through the 4-hole. They had Dugas shaded towards second base. And that one just a straight roller into right field. Second hit of the night for Alabama. And with 1 out, they have a runner aboard, and they move to the top of the order, and Jim Jarvis.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I understand, unless I think it was a slider, so maybe Dugas shifted over with the off-speed pitch called, but certainly you wouldn't think that they would play him to pull with Skeens out there with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball in his arsenal.
So now Johnson, who's 3 of 5 in stolen bases, will take his lead off first. Jarvis steps in. Strikeout victim to Skeens to start the game, and he fouls this one off. Trying to get around on that fastball, and it's 0-1.
Already got some scoring around the SEC. Update you on those scores.
Skeens checks the runner at first. Now will turn and throw. Getting back to the bag is Johnson. Again, Alabama, this lineup tonight, fairly aggressive on the base paths. Johnson a big part of that in the 9-hole. Here's the 0-1. That's a strike just above the knees. Fastball at 97, and Skeens gets ahead 0-2. West started off the inning, struck out swinging. Johnson singled through the right side. He's at first base. 1-0 LSU leads. Top of the 3rd inning, game 1. The 0-2 in the air. Again down the line at 3rd. Tommy White in foul territory. Comes over and about 10 feet into foul territory makes the grab. Second time he's recorded an out. And there's 2 gone as Jarvis retired for the second time. We'll see Tommy Seidel. Seidel also 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim. Skeens struck out the first 2 batters to start the top of the 1st. Seidel a .357 hitter. Still has the runner Johnson at first. 2.5-step lead off the first base bag. Skeens fires, misses outside. 1-0. Not much of a breeze so far during tonight's game. The last couple of weekends with the weather being involved, there's been quite a bit of wind. Here's another quick turn and throw to first, and again Johnson with a head first slide back to the bag.
Yep. Flags just pointing straight down right now.
2 outs, the 1-0. Again, fastball misses outside, and it's 2-0.
Just so bummed out. Skeens is already up to 53 pitches. I mean, I love the strikeouts, but I'd love to see him in the 8th inning even more.
2-0, sent back foul into the screen. That'll make it 2-1 now to Seidel. Started his career at Harvard. Played 2018 to 2021 for the Crimson before joining the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa.
Got to keep all the same socks and belts.
2 outs, runner at first. Skeens, the 2-1. Letter high fastball for a strike. That'll make it 2-2. Seidel currently riding a 17-game reach base streak going back to March 28th. Skeens trying to, at least while he's on the mound, keep that at bay. Runner at first, 2 down. 1-0 LSU leads. And again, a throw over to first to keep an eye on Johnson.
Another beautiful night here at the box. A bluebird sky. Crystal clear.
2-2 pitch. Hit in the air. Right field. Coming in and going out is going to be Gavin Dugas. So Joe Bear came running in. Dugas slowly backpedaling, able to make the grab for out number 3. So again, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on for the Crimson Tide. They trail 1-0. LSU coming to the plate in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. It'll be Joe Bear, Milazzo, and then top of the order Dugas on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Home half of the 3rd coming your way. LSU leads 1-0 over Alabama here in game 1. Braden Joubert to lead it off. First pitch from Hagan Banks. Miss maybe low off speed, and it's 1-0. Joubert, by the way, 2nd leading hitter in SEC play, batting .324 against the league. The 1-0, ground ball to first. Backpedaling is Williamson. Grabs it glove side and steps on the bag for out number 1. Joubert retired. That'll bring Alex Milazzo, who certainly has been swinging the bat well. We talk about the depth LSU has at the catching position. Brady Neal still trying to get back to full health. He's been out the last several, week plus. Milazzo's been in there. Hayden Travinsky, of course, the hero on Sunday, got the start against Ole Miss in game 2. But Milazzo doing a great job swinging the bat this year as well. .346 his average. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Banks misses with the pitch outside, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, he's one of the hottest bats in this lineup with a 4-game hit streak.
Here's the 1-0 looking to swing away, but the pitch high. Make it ball 2, 2-0.
The only one with a longer hit streak currently is Braden Joubert with 9.
2-0 pitch. There's a strike right at the kneecaps. 2 balls and 1 strike for Milazzo. Really swung the bat well against Ole Miss in Oxford last week. And here's a hit to the alley in right center. And Milazzo, the wide turn, and the ball mishandled momentarily, but he wisely gets back to first base. But Milazzo, with his 19th hit of the year, continues his own hit streak, and the 1-out single as the Tigers, their 2nd hit of the game.
Always great when that 9th batter in the lineup able to get on. Love to watch him get on with a hit, of course, when they're wearing purple and gold. Milazzo going to stay close over there at first base.
Hagan Banks now will face Gavin Dugas, and the first pitch. Going to miss low for ball 1, 1-0. You talked about that effective pitch Hagan Banks has been able to deliver tonight. Dugas saw it first. He was caught looking back in the 1st inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it gets away, but just up the first base line from Temez. Not nearly far enough for Milazzo to advance, but it's now 2-0 to Gavin Dugas as we have a little soft toss going on for the Crimson Tide down in the bullpen.
Yeah, he's up to 37 pitches, but it's 22 strikes and 15 balls, I think, has Brad Bohannon concerned.
This pitch, a fastball, misses outside. It's now 3 balls, no strikes to Dugas.
And he fell behind 3-1 to Dugas in that first at bat, but came back to strike him out looking with that, again, that kind of sinking fastball that comes back to the right-handed hitter.
3-0.
There it is.
There it is. Called strike, 3-1. Great
Dugas.
crowd on hand, by the way. The Tiger fans here to take in game 1 on a beautiful night. All throughout the stadium. 3-1. Strike on the outside corner. Again, Banks trying to climb that ladder. 3-0 count. Now is full 3-2.
Yeah, clearly to the batter, it just looks like it's going to be off the plate. Most right-handers aren't able to bring it back like that. It usually cuts from a righty away from a right-handed hitter.
Payoff delivery, runner goes, and Dugas lifts it high in the air to right field, going back Pinckney, and he's got room on the track to make the grab. Milazzo will scurry back to first, and the ball gets away from Williamson. It looked like Milazzo collided with his legs with Williamson, but both appear to be all right. Looks like the trainer going to come out and just check on Milazzo real quick. But that is the second out of the inning as Dugas gave it a ride deep to right field. Milazzo again just getting back, and as he slid in, kind of caught the foot of Williamson and tumbled him over.
Well, the throw brought Williamson back toward the field of play. Milazzo slid toward the bag, and he ate a kneecap there, but he's okay, thank goodness.
Now we'll see Trey Morgan grounded out to the shortstop Jarvis, his first time up. Pitch misses low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes to Morgan. And now time called as Tamez going to go out and visit with the right-hander.
I like that swing from Dugas there. It showed me he was making an adjustment to that, again, that fastball that seems to be giving some of the Tigers fits with 3 strikeouts looking, and it seems to be the right-handed hitters in particular. Dugas, Cruz, and Thompson have all struck out with that pitch. But there was an adjustment there. He stayed inside that one and hit it hard to right field, very similar to what Tommy White did to get on the board for the Tigers early with that solo home run back in the second.
Runner at first, 2 down. Morgan at the plate. Here's the 1-0. Low and inside to Trey, and it's 2-0. Milazzo with a 1-out single stands at first base. Tigers leading 1-0. Banks the 2-0 way upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. So again, Doug, you mentioned the fact that with 45 pitches, 19 have been balls, and now getting behind these Tiger hitters, not a place you want to be.
No.
Here's the 3-0. And missed low and inside, ball 4. So Morgan will take first base. Banks gives up his first base on balls, and now with 2 outs, Tigers have runners first and second, and we'll see Dylan Cruz.
Yeah, I mean, you can compete with 60, 59, 60, 68% strikes. I mean 65%. You're looking for 68 to 72% strikes to be able to go out there on an SEC field and compete. Right now, 26 strikes out of 46 pitches.
First pitch to Cruz, missed off the outside corner, 1-0. That time we saw a fastball from Banks. The first at bat, it was breaking ball, and then fooled Cruz with 2 strikes with a fastball down the middle. Here's the 1-0. There's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's going to have to make some pitches here, or he's going to have to rely on some good luck.
1 ball, 1 strike to Cruz. Runners first and second, 2 down. The pitch missed high, 2-1. Another fastball, but up in the zone.
Don't want to go 3-1 to this guy.
Cruz readies the bat, stands in. The 2-1 in the air, right field. Pinckney giving chase at the wall, and that one is gone. Just over the fence. Dylan Cruz with his 12th home run. Andrew Pinckney gave it all he had in right. went up the wall, tried to glove it, but it was out of his reach and just above the wall and under the fence in the diamond deck. And Cruz, with 2 outs, gives the Tigers a 4-0 lead. That one was on a frozen rope to right field.
You can't hit a lower line drive out of the ballpark. It left the bat, never climbs the fence 10 feet. 10 feet 6 inches, just cleared the right field wall. Dylan Cruz, a 3-run bolt to put the Tigers up by 4. You mentioned it, it changed quick. It changes quick in baseball. And just like that, the Tigers have struck.
Tommy White with a vicious swing, but fouls it right side into the screen. And also Dylan Cruz, we may mention, went opposite field for that home run, just like Tommy White did earlier to get the Tigers on the board. Here's the swing and a ground ball to third. Backpedaling Shelton fields it, throws across the diamond in time for out number 3. But another 2-out strike by the Tigers here this season. Dylan Cruz, a 3-run blast to right. And now LSU leads 4-0. We go to the top of the 4th inning on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now batting in the cleanup position, Janny King, the king of clean.
Tiger fans, Janny King is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and even more proud to provide you, the players, and every fan that comes to a game here with a healthy stadium that has been cleaned by our team of professionals. Let us clean and disinfect your business. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger Athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
Powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers now lead Alabama 4-0. Top of the 4th inning coming your way from the box. Dylan Cruz, 3-run homer to right. Again, things getting tough now for Hagan Banks, the Alabama starter, as Paul Skeens working now with a 4-0 lead. First delivery to Pinckney, the right fielder, misses low and outside. Ball 1-0. Banks able to stay ahead of hitters in the first couple of innings. But then at the top of the order in that bottom of the 3rd, got behind. Alex Milazzo with the single and the walk to Morgan, and then Cruz does the rest. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball for a strike. 2-1 now to Pinckney, who had a base hit back in the first inning. 1 of 3 hits so far tonight for Alabama. This pitch outside from Skeens, that'll make it 3-1. But we said to get behind these hitters, especially in the top of the order for LSU, you're asking for trouble. Here's the 3-1. Off the end of the bat, deep to right center field. Going back, Joe Bear, and this one lands in the diamond deck.
Yeah.
One of the softest sounding home runs to right you will hear, but Pinckney able to deliver. That's his 9th round trip of the year. And Alabama on the board here, 4-1. They cut the lead.
Yeah, so check out the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. You're up by 4 runs. As a pitcher, you fall behind. Actually, he threw a great pitch there. It was right on the outside black, and Pinckney got the barrel on the ball.
Now we'll see Williamson. First pitch missing, ball 1 from Skeens.
You know, you don't have to necessarily square it up when it's coming in there at 100 miles an hour.
Here's the 1-0. This one hit sharply but foul into the screen left side. Evens it up 1-1. Skeens now giving up just 4 home runs on the year.
Still got a long way to go to catch me there, Chris. Long way to go.
It's the 1-1. Foul tip. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Williamson, who was a strikeout victim to Paul back in the first.
Paul Skeens may have to pitch here for a decade to give up as many home runs as I gave up in a couple years. That's the truth.
Here's the 1-2. Just missed. Sends it back into the screen off the bat of Williamson. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Skeens the 1-2 to the plate. And it misses high and a bit outside. 2-2. They've got Gavin Dugas, second baseman, playing kind of the rover position in shallow right center field. Jared Jones with the left-handed hitter playing just off the line at first. 2-2 from Skeens. And it's hit in the air to left field. Trey Morgan goes back and now comes up and waits on it. Makes the grab. 1 gone. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network. And streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
4-1 LSU leads over Alabama. Tied batting here in the top of the 4th inning. Now at the plate, catcher Temez, and he swings and fouls it back. It's 0-1. Alabama on the board. Andrew Pinckney, the right fielder. Solo blast to right field. Skeens winds and the 0-1. Missed outside. That fastball off the mark. 1-1. On its way to Temez. Little tapper, bouncer down the third base line. Ruled a foul ball. White went ahead, wasn't waiting on it. Threw to first, but it was foul. Ruled foul by the third base umpire, Cedric Coleman. So Temez will come back, pick up the lumber with a 1-2 count. Glad to have you join us here tonight from Alex Box Stadium. Game 1 of a 3-game series. LSU hosting Alabama. Great affiliates across the state and on the LSU Sports mobile app presented by BASF. 1 out and a 1-2 pitch to the plate. Low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. May have seen the last of Hagan Banks as the right-hander continues to toss. And now with the catcher down a little more intently down in the bullpen for Alabama. This will be pitch number 73 for Paul Skeens, and this one launched in the air to right field, but Joe Baird goes back about 4 steps and gets under it for out number 2. 2 gone. Fans, hope you come out Monday night for the Jay Johnson Show. Just 3 more shows remain here in 2023, live from 6 to 7 p.m. TJ Ribs on South Acadian in Baton Rouge. If you can't make it out, you can tune in on Eagle 98.1 FM or on the LSU Sports mobile app, of course.
That's crazy. There's only 3 more shows left.
Hard to believe.
It really is.
4 more SEC weekends, including this one. There's a strike from Skeens to Shelton, and it's 0-1. Shelton, by the way, popped out foul territory to Tommy White, his first at bat in the 2nd inning. Left-handed hitter awaits. Skeens, the 0-1. Beautiful pitch on the inner half. Fastball gets him ahead 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Just missed inside, maybe a bit low. Skeens again looks visibly frustrated. And he put a pretty good pitch in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Colby Shelton.
5 fly ball outs recorded by Skeens. The rest he's taken care of with K's.
1-2 pitch. Just missed the inside corner, a little low. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Paul looks in. Shelton awaits. 2-2 pitch. Slapped in the air to right field. Jobert having to give chase. It'll go all the way to the wall. Shelton around first, on his way into second, sliding safely with a 2-out double. It's his 10th double of the year. So Shelton, the freshman, as Doug mentioned, has been on a tear here of late. He's had plenty of action, but really has turned it on at the plate.
Yeah.
And with 2 outs, Alabama with a runner in scoring position now, as that will bring Rose to the plate. He was a strikeout victim in the second.
Yeah, Skeens left that breaking ball a little bit up in the strike zone, but that was a very unfreshman-like at bat from Colby Shelton to get into a scoring position with 2 outs. Skeens up to 78 pitches now, as you at home can see on your monitor. Our radio listeners catching you up. 51 strikes.
First delivery, they appeal down to first. They say Rose did not go around on a pitch up in the zone. It's 1-0. Rose, a .293 hitter, batting .438 with 2 outs in the inning, .389 with runners in scoring position. 1-0 from Skeens, high and inside. That'll make it 2 balls, no strikes. That's going to bring a visit now out to the mound. Bring the infield in. Jay Johnson going out to talk it over with Paul Skeens here with 2 down, and the Tigers leading 4-1.
Yeah, and I think it has to do with that 2-0 count. And I think you nailed it a minute ago. The big guy's frustrated right now. You can see it by his actions and by the tempo that he's pitching with. And I think Jay Johnson noticed that too. Wants to go out and give him a breather. Starting off with 2 pitches that were really not even close to the strike zone. Got a bear down here with 2 outs and get the Tigers back in the inning with that solo run on the board all by its lonesome. Something like that.
Caden Rose out of Madison, Alabama. He's got Shelton with the 2-out double down at second base. With 2 outs, the 2-0 pitch. Comes back to the fastball in the outer half. It's 2-1. That's all Jay needed.
That's it. Just a mound visit. We've seen it. It's old as time itself, Chris. It's old to time itself.
2-1. Sent back into the screen, foul, and just got a piece of that fastball. It's 2-2.
I love, you can always tell if the people behind home plate are paying attention or not, because when that foul ball comes to the screen, everybody gets out of the way.
Runner at second, 2 down. 4-1 LSU leads. Rose at the plate for the Tide. And the pitch just missed the inside corner. Skeens again frustrated. Tiger fans frustrated. My guess is with Jay Johnson's head dropping down, he also did not agree.
Might have been a little below the knees.
2 outs, payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss. Up around the chin, and Rose went around. Paul Skeens records strikeout number 7 here in tonight's game. However, Alabama gets on the board. A solo home run off the bat of Pinckney. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 man left on. Go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-1 Tigers lead. Beloso, Thompson, and Jones due up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
4-1. LSU leads Alabama. We head to the home half of the fourth inning. Kane Beloso, the designated hitter, will lead it off. Jordan Thompson and Jared Jones to follow. Tigers, 1 run in the bottom of the second. 3 runs in the bottom of the third on a Dylan Cruz 3-run homer to right. Tommy White had the solo homer in the bottom of the second inning. As Bill Franquez, voice of Alec Box Stadium, just announced, B.J. Ojulari selected by the Arizona Cardinals. First Tiger to be selected, 41st pick overall in the 2023 NFL Draft. And congratulations to B.J. Going to be a heck of a player in the NFL. So Beloso leads it off. Doug, you know, we talked about those line drive homers. We've seen this team all year hit those towering shots to left, to center, to right. 2 of the more line drive shots, according to LSU baseball data. We'll talk about that after this first pitch to Beloso. Delivering is Cade Woods, who takes over on the mound for Alabama. It's a called strike. 0-1. Again, after the 0-1, they'll move to the extreme shift, move the third baseman Shelton right of second base. This pitch floats in from Woods, misses on the hands. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tommy Tanks, 106 miles an hour off the bat. Apex at 65 feet. Went 403 feet.
Apex, of course, is the top height that it reached.
Here's the 1-1 to Beloso. This one is a high towering shot to right field. Coming over, though, Pinckney in foul territory, just in front of the sidewall. Able to get over there and make the grab for out number 1. Dylan Cruz with that 3-run homer. Maybe the lowest apex of the season for a Tiger. 104 miles an hour off the bat.
18 feet?
45 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
God, never seemed like that, did it? Seemed like it pretty much stayed fence high level the whole way. And what did it come off the bat?
104.
Thing of beauty.
Here's Jordan Thompson with 1 down. And a pitch on the hands from Woods. And it's 1 ball, no strike. So the starter called to action just a little before first pitch tonight. Hagan Banks, after Luke Holman, the announced starter earlier, was unable to go. There's a strike on the outside corner to even it up to Thompson. 1-1. Banks goes 3 innings, gives up 3 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Thompson thought about it, but the breaking ball he holds back, and it's a called strike on the outer half. Falls behind 1-2. Woods, the right-hander, ready to work with 1 down. The 1-2 pitch, right up the middle, right back at Woods. Gets by his glove into center field. Jordan Thompson with a 1-out single. Absolutely smashed right back at Woods, who delivered the pitch.
Yeah, Woods heard the seams on that one as it sizzled by. I can assure you, Jordan Thompson, just nothing but barrel on that ball. Thank goodness Woods able to get out of the way. By the way, Woods enters with a 3-1 record. This is his 12th appearance of the year. He has a 5.21 ERA. In 19 innings, he's allowed 12 hits, 11 runs. He has 28 strikeouts compared to 9 walks.
Breaking ball offering to Jones, misses outside. Jared stamps in. Fouled out, foul territory, and first base side to Williamson back in the second. Sun playing with Williamson now, trying to hold Thompson on at first to throw over, and he's using his throwing hand and the glove to try to keep the sun out of his eyes. It's one of those times of the evening where it's coming right in at first base. There's a strike to Jones to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. See as Williamson puts that glove up in front of his face. Woods, the right-hander, comes to the plate, and the breaking ball swing and a miss right over the top of it. Jared Jones now behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, I'd like to watch one. I like to come out here and watch Jared Jones during BP with 50 brand new baseballs. Just sit with a nice cold beverage and a box of popcorn. Big swing there, comes up empty. And what I would love about his swing is it's a very good swing. He gets on plane and he takes such a big hack, but honestly, every time he finishes, he's completely balanced in the batter's box. It's just such a great combination of power and control.
So Jones down on strikes for the second out. Woods records his first strikeout in relief. Still has the runner at first and Thompson with a base hit to center field. Now we'll see Braden Jobert swings and misses. A breaking ball that drops down. It's 0-1. Jobert grounded out to Williamson, the first baseman, unassisted. His first at bat in the third. 4-1 LSU leads. Bottom of the fourth inning. Woods pitch to the plate. Another ground ball to first. Williamson going to his right, knocks it down, picks the ball up, steps on the bag for out number 3. Hard hit ball, but a great play by Williamson to get to it. And that'll do it for LSU. No runs, 1 hit, no errors committed by the Tide, and 1 man left on. We go to the top of the 5th here at the box. 4-1 LSU leads on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sausage and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Alabama comes to the plate, top of the 5th inning. They trail LSU 4-1. Paul Skeens on the mound for the Tigers, about to deliver his 85th pitch of the night. Jackson West leads it off for the Tide, and the first pitch misses outside. It's 1-0. West, a strikeout victim, 1 of 7 tonight so far for Paul Skeens. As the 1-0 to West. And off the end of the bat, down the line and left. Morgan giving chase, but it will find its way into the seats to the concourse, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Doug, you've mentioned it. I mean, Paul Skeens, 7 strikeouts. He's given up 4 hits, including a solo home run, but that pitch count, again, credit Alabama. They've gotten just 4 hits off Paul Skeens, albeit 1 a home run to get him on the board. But they've been able to make him work a little bit.
Yeah, I've really been sulking since the 2nd inning when I realized that first I'll let this play go.
Little flare, fly ball into left. Morgan coming in, calls off Thompson, and Trey will make the play for out number 1. West retired.
Yeah, I was kind of sulking after that 2nd inning. He got out of there, I think it was around 46 pitches when I realized, unfortunately, we were probably only going to see Paul Skeens tonight through the 5th, maybe 6th inning. And here we are in the 5th, and 87 pitches. Is it warm enough to let him get to 110, 115 at this point? I sure hope so.
That'll bring Ed Johnson to the plate in the 9 spot. And the first pitch, a fastball for a strike from Skeens. 99 miles an hour on the gun. Johnson at the bottom of the order had a base hit in the 3rd. He's left stranded. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball lifted in the air. Shallow center field. Cruz coming in, and Jobert coming over, and Cruz makes the grab as Jobert just mere inches from colliding.
Yeah, but something fundamentally wrong there, right? Like, that's too close. Dylan Cruz has priority over everyone else on the baseball field when it comes to fly balls. There's no doubt that Cruz was yelling ball, 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 or maybe he wasn't, but Jobert didn't hear him. Something has to be more clear in that communication.
So now Jarvis, top of the order, stands in. Skeens ready to work. Misses with a first offering inside at the belt. 1 ball and no strikes. Cruz makes the play, but Normally a
Too close for
well-communicating team, this LSU defense on the year. There's a strike on the inside corner to even it up 1-1 to Jarvis, who tonight is 0 for 2. A strikeout, flied out into foul territory, third base side. Now the 1-1 pitch from Skeens. Hit foul out of play left side. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. A reminder, just like the winning lineup, Cintas has the all-star services for all your business needs. Everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. Ready for the workday with Cintas.
Chris, we need a strikeout on this pitch or an out on this pitch or the next pitch. If that happens, he gets out of here with 93, 94. I think we got a chance to see him into the 7th.
Skeens the 1-2 with 2 outs. Called strike 3, just under the belt, inside corner, perfectly placed by Skeens. His 8th Super One Foods strikeout of the night, and that'll do it for the tie. They go in order, 3 up, 3 down. Here in the top of the 5th, Tigers coming to the plate. Malazzo, then top of the order, Dugas and Morgan due up. 4-1 LSU leads Alabama on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Alex Milazzo to the plate, leads it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Your Tigers leading 4-1. They've got 4 runs on 4 hits, including 2 home runs, a solo shot by Tommy White, and a 3-run blast by Dylan Cruz. First pitch from Cade Woods over the head as Milazzo had to drop out of the way. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Woods coming in relief of the starter, Hagan Banks, who went 3 full innings for the tie. Here's the 1-0. Milazzo shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitch misses high and inside once again. It's now 2 balls, no strikes. Milazzo batting .358. Again, doing a great job at the plate as well as behind it. Again, squares the bunt. This time Woods finds the strike zone to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Milazzo extending that hit streak to 5 games with that single back in the 3rd. Came in to score on the home run by Dylan Cruz. Now a 3-1 count as that misses high and outside. Woods winds the 3-1 pitch. Yeah. Way upstairs, ball 4. Milazzo earns his 7th base on balls of the year and the leadoff man aboard for the Tigers. And we get to the top of the order, and Gavin Dugas, who's 0 for 2. Strikeout victim, caught looking in his first at bat back in the 1st inning. Gave one a heck of a ride to the warning track in right. Last time up in the 3rd.
There was no wind in his last at bat. If the wind were blowing like it is right now, I think Gavin Dugas would have had home run number 11 on the year.
Time called as Dominic Temez, the catcher, goes out, has a few words with Cade Woods.
Catch up some scores around the SEC. Mississippi State jumped out in front of Tennessee 4-0. It's like the Bulldogs were saying they've had enough, but of course the Volunteers have fought back. It's 7-6 now, the top of the 6th. Again, that's in Knoxville. In Fayetteville, Arkansas leads Texas A&M by a score of 2-1. That's in the top of the 4th inning.
Runner at first, the pitch to Dugas in the dirt, blocked up by Temez, who chases it out in front of the plate. Milazzo will stay put at first, and it's 1-0.
Top 20 matchup as Kentucky travels to Vanderbilt this weekend. It's tied 2 apiece there in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Quick throw over to first as Milazzo had just taken his first step and a half off the bag. Able to get back safely. Still 1-0 the count to Dugas at the plate. Woods fires. Down in the dirt again. Temez having to block it up with the body. 2-0 the count.
The Florida Gators have Missouri this weekend. Of course, Missouri struggling at the bottom of that Eastern Division. The Gators lead it right now 8-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
2-0 pitch to Dugas. Check swing and fouls it. Rolls to the on-deck circle of the Crimson Tide, and it's 2-1.
And finally, Chris, in the top of the 5th, Auburn is on the road at South Carolina, 3rd-ranked South Carolina, might I add. And Auburn leads it right now 6-1. Again, the top of the 5th. And
swung on by Dugas. Shallow right center field. Going back, Ed Johnson, the second baseman, but now Pickney, the right fielder, calls him off and will make the grab for out number 1. Dugas retired.
Yeah, great communication there between those two guys. Finally, Chris, Georgia's pitching the shutout through 3 against Ole Miss. They lead it 2-0 in Oxford.
So Trey Morgan aboard on a walk in the 3rd. He also would come around to score on that Dylan Cruz home run to right. Stands in with 1 out and a runner on. Woods fires. Morgan swings, fouls it out of play left side. Morgan hitting .310, 9 doubles, 3 triples, and 3 home runs so far this year. The 0-1 opposite field. One hopper gets by a diving Shelton at 3rd into left field. Morgan with his first hit of the night, and with 1 out, the Tigers have runners 1st and 2nd. Similar situation last time this gentleman came to the plate. Dylan Cruz now will stand in.
Yeah, buddy, by the way, Dylan Cruz extended his reach base streak to 41 games, and that would be every game we've played this year, and he's going to scare him off. They're going to go to the bullpen here, it looks like, or at least we'll have a mound visit.
It looks like Jason Jackson, the pitching coach, on his way out there. He'll gather the infield in. And 1 or 2 things. 1, talk a little strategy with Dylan Cruz at the plate, and also probably to keep or get the left-hander quicker to being ready to come in as he is hurtling quickly down in the bullpen.
Kind of surprised that a left-hander's down there with Cruz and White coming up. You've got Beloso and 3 hitters, so I think the strategy or this conversation is about the strategy around Dylan Cruz. Of course, probably led off with, okay, can't hit another 3-run home run here. So let's try to pitch him away, look for some heavy off speed, and nothing really good to hit for number 3. Of course, if you pitch around number 3, this next guy happens to have the most RBIs in the country, so it doesn't get much easier.
Yeah, it comes down to picking your poison more times than not. Runners 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Woods checks the runner, now fires to the plate. Low and inside to Cruz, and it's 1-0.
Off-speed pitch number 1.
Milazzo walked, he's down at 2nd. Trey Morgan with an opposite field base hit to left is at first base as this pitch misses outside. Breaking ball number 2.
And breaking ball off the plate number 2. I'd be shocked to see a fastball anywhere over the wide of the plate right now.
Woods, the 2-0 pitch. Wow. Swung on to right field, shallow right, coming in Pickney on the run, and he will have it for out number 2.
What do I know?
So Cruz went after the fastball, just missed on it, lifts it to shallow right. And Woods takes a quick sigh of relief and then looks to the plate. And here comes Tommy Tanks. I could almost give you the hiccups out there.
Cool tiger tat on the forearm.
White stands in. 1 for 2 and takes a huge swing, but can't find it, and it's 0-1. He had the solo home run in the second inning. Grounded out on a sharply hit ball, but handled by Shelton at third base back in the third. Runners first and second. The 0-1, another hard swing, but Woods able to get it by him, and it's 0-2. Speaking of hard swings, we've seen Tommy White again go every part of the field and out of the field. The question becomes, does anybody swing harder that you can remember for LSU and hit the ball harder than Tommy White? Here's a bouncer to short, going to be scooped up by Jarvis. His throw to first in time for out number 3. Not the hardest hit we've seen from Tommy White, and the Tigers come up empty. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on. They still lead 4-1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Alabama comes to the plate on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Straddling the mighty Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Ascension Parish is Louisiana's sweet spot for a perfect weekend stopover, shop-over stay. Shop at Tanger Outlet's 60-plus designer and brand name stores. Tour fabulous Homa's House, Mansion, and Gardens. Visit Sugar-Filled Spirits Distillery, known for its unique spirits, wines, and ciders made from real local ingredients and flavors, or so many other interesting nearby attractions. Just a half hour east of Baton Rouge's Tiger Stadium and 1 hour west of New Orleans. Ascension Parish, your Baton Rouge to New Orleans stopover, shop-over spot. For more info, check out visitlasweetspot.com.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans, visit your local Kubota dealer. See why Kubota, the #1 rated reliable tractor under 100 horsepower in the U.S. of A. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Test drive a Kubota today. Tommy Seidel, second in the lineup, second in the order, will lead things off. Tries to bunt and catches a fastball, but fouls it to the right side, and it's 0-1. Paul Skeens, starter for the Tigers, about to hurl his 95th pitch of the night, and the 0-1 just missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Still pumping it in there at 98 miles an hour. That in itself is pretty impressive.
1-1 pitch, low and inside, and a fastball at 97. It's now 2-1. Nobody throwing for the Tigers yet. It's Doug and I speculating on the distance tonight for Paul, with the 97th pitch coming here. The 2-1 swung on down the line in right. Joe Bear giving chase in foul territory, goes up the bullpen mound and makes the play for out number 1. Never an easy play navigating the different.
No, it's not, and I think it's really time that LSU considers moving these bullpens. And I understand there's a lot to do, to consider when you do that. But it really makes it tough to come over here, and dangerous for those corner outfielders and sometimes even your corner infielders.
Andrew Pinckney had the solo home run, his last at bat to get Alabama on the board. He's 2 for 2 tonight, had a single in the first. Home run came in the 4th inning. First pitch missing outside from Skeens. It's 1-0. Big right-hander ready to work, and a ground ball snagged by Thompson at short. Has to come up throwing. It's in the dirt. Jones can't dig it out, and Pinckney will arrive safely. But a heck of a job for Thompson to keep it in the infield, just giving up the body. Full extension on the dive, able to glove it, but again Pinckney was picking him up, setting him down. He knew he had to unleash quickly, and Rose got the ball, but again, Jones just couldn't dig it out. It was a little up the first base line, so Pinckney arriving with an infield single.
You know, that's a long body over there at first base. You saw him give the full stride back toward the catcher and still wasn't able to get it into the mitt, was able to hit off the tip of the glove, but thankfully it hit Pinckney's foot and stayed in the field of play.
There's the strike on the offering to Williamson, and it's 0-1.
I guess they gave that a hit.
Yeah, it's an infield single. Williamson 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a fly out to left. Skeens misses low with this delivery. 1 ball, 1 strike.
We still don't have a ground ball out for this Tiger defense. All strikeouts and fly balls.
1 away, 1 runner at first base. The 1-1 pitch to Williamson. Swings and fouls it above the third base dugout. Now Skeens ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got to be careful with Drew Williamson. One of the seniors in this lineup, hitting .338 coming into this game. He leads this team with, he doesn't lead the team. He's second on the team with 10 home runs.
Now we see Griffin Herring, the left-hander, who's kind of been the tandem with Paul Skeens the last couple of weekends, up and throwing down in the bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch low and inside, missing ball 2.
Yeah, and they've got Colby Shelton circled for Griffin Herring, that left-handed freshman. Believe it or not, is the leader in home runs on this team with 16 on the season. It's pretty impressive for a freshman.
2-2, swing and a miss. Have Williamson to chase one just off the outside corner. And Skeens now with his 9th strikeout of the night. That'll bring to the plate the catcher, Dominic Temez.
The thing that's so tough about pulling Paul Skeens out of a game, one is he looks just as strong as he was in the first inning. I believe that was another 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
Here's the breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
And the second thing you have to consider is with Paul Skeens, even at 105 pitches now, is someone down there better or more sharp than he is?
2 outs, runner at first, 4-1 LSU leads. Skeens will turn and throw. Keep an eye on Pinckney at first base. Oh, and 1 the count. Skeens checks the runner at first. Now the pitch. Missing outside a little high. 1 ball, 1 strike as that fastball comes in at 97.
Now Sammy Dutton has joined Griffin Herring down in that right field bullpen for the Tigers.
Pinckney aboard on an infield single. And here's a chopper towards second. Dugas perfectly placed, but he couldn't hold on to it. Hit the glove and pops out, and everybody's safe first and second. May have just taken his eye off momentarily to check where he was going with the ball, but didn't get it in the glove.
Well, I'm not trying to make excuses for him. Gavin Dugas makes this play 9 out of 10 times, but that high chop had a lot of topspin on it. When it hit the second time on the dirt, it really sped up and kicked high off of Dugas, higher than Dugas, I think, expected. And Skeens going to have to pitch around some trouble here with 107 pitches.
So that'll bring Shelton to the plate in the first pitch. A breaking ball for a strike to set him up 0-1. Shelton, of course, had the double back in the 4th inning. His first at bat, flied out, foul territory, third base side. Pinckney at second base on the fielding error. That puts Temez at first. And this one hits sharply to center field off the bat of Shelton. Cruz going back, but well shy of the track. Able to run it down for out number 3, and Skeens does just that. Navigates his way around trouble, and Alabama comes up empty. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error committed by the Tigers, and Alabama leaves 2 men on. We go now to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Tigers leading 4-1. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Beloso, Thompson, and Jones when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the sixth inning, LSU leading over Alabama 4-1. Second time tonight, Cade Beloso going to lead it off. Beloso, Thompson, and Jones due up. That's 5, 6, and 7. Cade Woods continues in relief for Alabama. And the first pitch to Beloso. Skips down in the dirt, gets away from Temez, rolls up the third base line, sets up a 1-0 count to Cade, who flied out to right field.
Both times, yeah.
And then took one deep into the corner, but in foul territory. Pinckney able to make the play there back in the fourth inning. Here's the 1-0. Off speed from Woods, misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
And a couple lefties now warming up for the Crimson Tide down the left field line, and it looks like Griffin Herring will probably start it off in the top of the 7th for the Tigers.
2-0 pitch. Just missed the inside corner from Woods. That's going to make it 3 balls, no strikes to Cade Beloso. I want to send a quick shout out to the best college football spotter in the country,
Jimmy?
Jim Nickel. Yeah, hanging out on the couch tonight listening to LSU baseball. Here's the 3-0, and it misses inside at the belt for ball 4.
Jimmy's got to be the best in the business.
No
Can't
doubt.
be a better spotter in the
No.
SEC.
No. Tell people he's my right and left hand.
There you go, yeah.
And most of my brain. So now we'll see Jordan Thompson. Thompson had the base hit in the fourth inning, right back up the middle at Woods. 1 for 2 tonight. He was caught looking by the starter, Hagen Banks, to start the game, or his first at bat. Here's one, rope to the gap in left center, going to get down in front of Caden Rose. Beloso around second, on his way to third. The throw into second, not in time, and Jordan Thompson with a double, give him his 10th on the year, and with nobody out, the Tigers have runners second and third. What a hit by Jordan Thompson.
Yeah, he hit that one right on the screws out to left center field, and nice job of base running there by Cade Beloso. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knew it was down, but he still hesitated before getting to second base to make sure he saw grass underneath that baseball. So Tigers with runners at second and third and no outs here, just what the doctors ordered for Jared Jones. And you asked me earlier if I've ever seen a player swing as hard as Tommy White in purple and gold, and honestly the only name that popped in my head was this one. Jared Jones takes a pretty healthy cut himself.
Well, that heads-up base running by Cade Beloso, my guess is, was talked a lot about this week, or the last couple of days for LSU. Jones stands in, first pitch, a ground ball foul down the third base line. As Beloso showing his fleet of foot, able to jump out of the way. It's 0-1 to Jones. Jones tonight 0 for 2. Fouled out in the second inning, first base side, and then was a strikeout victim last time in the fourth. Here's the 0-1. Low and inside at the ankles, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, you talk about base running, but you only have so much time to work with your team, right? And you've got to really look at all the things that need to be worked on. And with most teams, base running just doesn't get the majority of the work.
Pitch outside, and again blocked up by Temez to keep it in front of him. That'll move the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But boy, when a team makes a base running mistake that ends up costing them perhaps the game, maybe no other facet of the game is highlighted as much as a base running mistake.
Oh, nobody misses it, that's for sure.
Oh, no.
2-1 the count. Runners second and third with nobody out. Pitch to Jones. A healthy cut, but he can't find it. Evens the count 2-2. Woods able to strike out Jones back in the fourth inning. Trying to get back at him here with a 2-2 count. 2 ducks on the pond, but an off-speed pitch, and Jones way out in front, swings and misses for strike 3. 1 away. Now we'll bring Braden Jobert to the plate, who's 0 for 2. Grounded out both times to the first baseman, Drew Williamson.
So I love the big cuts there from Jared Jones, especially early in the count. But with 2 strikes and 1 ball, at that point, we've got to go more Tommy White style and just try to put that baseball in play. We've got to get that run in from third with less than 2 outs.
First pitch to Jobert, breaking ball, drops inside and misses for ball 1.
Jobert's hit 2 balls pretty hard tonight, right at the first baseman. If he could hug the line a little bit more, a double would feel pretty good right now.
1-0 to Braden. And got just a piece and gets away from Tamez, but evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tiger fans, get ready to taste victory with a Victory Grill from Barbecue Guys. Get your Victory Grill today. Become a backyard barbecue champ only at bbqguys.com. Got Beloso at third, Thompson at second base with 1 out. Tigers up 4-1. Pitch to Jobert. A little chin music backs him up. 2-1 the count.
Well, they had 2 lefties to start off the inning down in the bullpen. I was almost sure they were going to bring him in, one of them in to face Jobert, unless if there was some trouble, but they set them both down. Now there's a right-hander.
2-1 to Jobert. Down in the dirt and inside. They'll move the count now. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And I'd imagine that righty is getting ready for either Milazzo or Dugas. The 2 righties due up. 3-1 here. Don't expect Jobert to see much with a base open.
Again, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 3-1. There's a strike inside corner just above the belt. That'll make it 3-2.
As a hitter, you really want to be ready to hit a pitch like that.
3-2 delivery. Swung on. Lifted in the air. Shallow left field. Coming in. Seidel settles under it. Beloso going to tag. Nope. He'll stop. Went about a quarter down the line, but that was an easy throw to home plate from Seidel to Tamez. So the runner will stay put. Everybody at second and third with 2 outs. And it'll be Alex Milazzo at the bottom of the order, who again has reached base twice tonight. Had a base hit in the 3rd, a board on a walk in the 5th inning. He scored a run.
2 tough at bats there. I think Jobert, with that 3-1 count, probably thought what I thought. I'm not going to get anything here. They're going to throw it off the plate or try to make me chase to load him up. But that was the pitch.
First delivery to Milazzo. Hits the top of the dish, and it's 1-0. And Beloso led off the inning, was walked. Thompson doubled to left center field. Jones a strikeout. Jobert flied out. Now with 2 down, it's up to Milazzo. The 1-0. Foul back into the screen. Evens it up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Alex this season batting .381 with runners in scoring position. Again, extended his own hit streak 5 games now. Looking for one here. The 1-1 way outside as Tamez slides to his right. It's now 2 balls, 1 strike.
It'll take a wild pitch right now, too.
Beloso and Coach Josh Jordan at third base talk it over quickly. Now Cade takes his lead. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High and outside, make it 3-1 to Milazzo. Runners second and third, 2 down. LSU up 4-1. The 3-1 pitch. Missed high, ball 4. Milazzo with a great at bat. He earns his 2nd walk of the night. Reaches base for a 3rd straight time. And that will turn the order over, bring us to Gavin Dugas with the bases loaded. 2 outs in the inning, and before another pitch, we're going to have another mound visit. Looks like Jason Jackson on his way out there.
Yeah.
He's looking to the bullpen.
Yeah, I bet he makes a call here. This righty-righty matchup. They've had the right-hander warming up. He's heading down this way, so I would imagine we'll see a pitching change.
So it is a pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
There he goes. Just made the call.
Box about to get loud here when we come back. 2 outs, bases loaded. LSU up 4-1.
Yeah,
they're
about to call Baton Rouge in here.
Yeah, indeed.
Cue up Garth.
Dugas will be at the plate when we come back. We'll give you the numbers on the new Tide pitcher after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers threatening here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They lead 4-1. The bases now loaded. Gavin Dugas coming to the plate. Aiden Moza, right-hander, takes over for the Crimson Tide. Third pitcher of the night for Alabama. Comes in a tough spot against Gavin Dugas with 10 home runs, 7 doubles, 1 triple on the year. Beloso at third, Thompson at second, Milazzo on the walk at first base. Pitch to Dugas, going to hit him in the back.
Yep.
And that'll bring it around. Beloso on his way in from third. He'll step on the plate, and the Tigers now lead 5-1.
And now that Milazzo walk and his third time to reach base tonight, even bigger. Aiden Moza, 93 to 96 miles an hour with his fastball. His curveball, which we just saw, is in the low 80s. The slider also sits in the low to mid 80s. And Moza has not pitched much this year. His 8th outing, he has the highest ERA on this staff with a 6.43. He's gone 7 innings, allowed 8 hits and 5 runs. He only has 7 strikeouts and 3 walks. So I kind of wonder what Coach Bohannon's thinking here, because he's not necessarily gone to any of his horses tonight. The first pitcher that he brought in who did a pretty good job there until this inning was Cade Woods. But Cade Woods came in with a 5 ERA, one of the highest also on the team.
2 outs, bases remain loaded. Trey Morgan comes to the plate, and the first pitch from Moza catches the outside corner to make it 0-1. Trey 1 for 2. Had a base hit in the 5th inning, a board on a walk in the 3rd. Grounds it out to the shortstop Jarvis, his first at bat. This pitch rides in high at the letters, evens it up. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Tigers now have Thompson at third, Milazzo at second. Dugas hit by a pitch. 91st Tiger to be hit by a pitch on the year. Morgan awaits on the 1-1 delivery. Moza fires. Did he go? They appeal. They say he did not on a pitch outside. It looked like he...
Can you review that? Because I'd like to see that again.
We are right now.
Ooh, that was so close, but I think they might have got it right. The benefit of the doubt for sure went to Trey Morgan.
2-1 now to Trey. Moza checks the runners. Now the 2-1 pitch and a swing and a miss.
He went that time.
2-2.
Just missed the hanging breaker there, and he took a healthy cut at it. But now you're looking for contact with 2 strikes and 2 outs, and the bases Chuck.
2 outs, 2-2 count. The pitch down in the dirt. Again, Tamez got his hand on it. Rolls up the third base line, but he'll get it back now to Moza, and a full count to Trey Morgan with 2 outs. And now the box gets on 11. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Miss, ball 4. That'll bring in another run. Thompson to home plate. Make it 6-1 LSU. Tigers load the bases, a hit by pitch and a walk. And now you must face Dylan Cruz with the bases loaded, who already has a 3-run homer back in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, I really feel like Brad Bohannon's kind of conceded to this moment. Maybe not conceded the game, but I feel like he feels like his team is back, their back is against the wall. And again, he doesn't want to burn any of those big arms that might be helpful throughout the rest of the weekend. Big swing there from Cruz, who just comes up empty.
0-1 the count to Dylan. Caught looking in the 1st inning. Again, the 3-run bomb in the 3rd. Flied out to right field. Last time up. Here's a swing and a miss. And the breaking ball just under the bat, and it's 0-2 now to Cruz. So a skilled hitter like Dylan Cruz now looking for contact. Down in the count, 0-2. Pitch. Missed outside. A good eye on a fastball from Moza that misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And nowhere to put Dylan Cruz here with the bases loaded. 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Almost hitting. Jumps out of the way. Missed at the belt. 2-2. Tigers have plated 2 runs here in this inning. Chance for more. The 2-2 pitch to Cruz. Stayed away, missed low. Great take. Fills the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
When they just take your best pitch. I mean, that's supposed to be the strikeout pitch there for Moza. That's a tough feeling to move it to 3-2 with the country's best hitter at the plate.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Moza, the payoff pitch. Inside, misses, ball 4. They've walked another run in. Milazzo comes home. Make it 7-1 LSU, and Alabama giving up the free passes, loaded the bases, hit Dugas, then walked Morgan, and now has walked Dylan Cruz. You got Tommy White coming up, and Jason Jackson, again the pitching coach, on his way out to the mound.
And they have another left-hander now warming up. Looks like a sidewinding lefty. They've not made a call down there yet to the bullpen, but this could go from bad to ugly really quick if you're the Crimson Tide. 7-1 the Tigers lead with the country's leading RBI man due up.
Still talking out there with the infield and Moza is Jason Jackson, the pitching coach.
And I'll tell you why it's dangerous to leave Moza in. Moza just walked 2 guys and hit a guy. Right now, Moza's thinking, I got to figure out a way to throw a strike. And sometimes when you do that, you're thinking too much about getting it over the plate. And a guy like this one right here, number 47, he can do bad things with that type of pitch.
3 grand slams on the year for Tommy White so far in 2023 to go along with his 14 homers. And he swings at that one but can't find it, and it's 0-1. But every ounce of Tommy White went for that one.
Yeah. Pretty clear what he's thinking right now.
Bases loaded. Still 2 outs. 0-1 the count. And here's one hammered to left center field, but on the run is going to be Seidel. Hangs up long enough for him to reach it for out number 3. But the Tigers played 3 runs on just 1 hit. They leave the bases loaded, but now lead over Alabama 7-1. We head to the top of the 7th on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers leading 7-1. We hit the 7th inning. Alabama coming to the plate. Griffin Herring will take over for starter Paul Skeens tonight, much like we saw last week in Oxford. Herring following up another good performance by Paul Skeens, and now the Tigers leading by 6 runs.
Griffin Herring, the 6'2", 195-pound freshman, is coming in for his 11th appearance of the year. He's worked 16 2/3 innings. He's allowed 13 hits, 8 runs, only 4 earned. He has 7 walks and 18 strikeouts. He has been a handful in his freshman season with a 2.16 ERA.
He'll face Caden Rose to get it started here in the 7th, and the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 from Herring.
Paul Skeens went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits and a run.
Swing and a miss. Got him to chase this one way off the plate, and it's 0-2.
Chris, he had 0 walks and 9 strikeouts. He's up to 124 strikeouts and only 12 walks on the year.
The 0-2 misses outside, making 1 ball, 2 strikes. Defensive change for the Tigers. Ben Napolt comes in for Dugas at second base. Herring looks in. Rose awaits and sends it foul to the screen. Still 1-2. And Dugas was walked to first base.
He got hit by a pitch.
It got hit, that is. Went down to first. They actually came out, gave him some glasses. So I'm not sure if that's the reason, or
that would mean his contacts have, he's had problems with that in the past. That one misses high to move it to 2-2. Let's hope that it's something very simple, because Chris, this lineup we wrote down tonight, I didn't really talk about it. This game is zipped by.
2-2 from Herring, and a swing and a miss. Got him to chase this one, almost brought him to a knee. Herring records a Super One food strikeout, 1 gone here in the top of the 7th inning. And as Doug just told you, 19 strikeouts on the season for Griffin Herring, and that one impressive.
But when I write this lineup down before games, the one with Dugas and Morgan and Cruz and White and Beloso and Thompson and Joubert and Jones, I really feel like I'm writing down a national championship lineup, and Dugas is a huge part of that, I guess, as much as any of the others. But there's something about that group of names, with Milazzo and Brady Neal in that mix as well.
So we have a pinch hitter stepping in for the DH West. Portera will come up and swing for the first time tonight. Takes a hack, but comes up empty. It's 0-1. The 0-1
Watch
pitch.
out.
Look out. If you're a mascot, that one got loose from Herring. Way outside. It's
hit
1-1.
the bull.
Yep, hit the bull. Will Portera out of Memphis, Tennessee, called upon here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Just his 22nd plate appearance of the year. The 1-1. Strike on the outside corner, nicely placed off speed from Herring, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Jackson West was due up in the lineup. He's a lefty, so they're just switching to the right-handed bat.
The 1-2 just missed high to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But an interesting move, a right-handed bat, as you mentioned, with not a whole lot of ABs.
Portera waits. Herring, the left-hander, fires, swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Portera, and back-to-back strikeouts for Griffin Herring, his second Super One Food strikeout of the night. 2 gone in the top of the 7th, and the bottom of the order now. Ed Johnson, second baseman. He's 1 for 2, had a base hit in the 3rd, flied out to Dylan Cruz in center. Last time up in the 5th. Herring, square to the plate, begins the wind. This one swung on, lifted down the line, foul towards the parking lot in right.
Love Griffin Herring's energy out there. He is a very fast tempo guy. And he is a bright spot for LSU baseball's future.
There's a strike at the knees from Herring. Fastball gets him ahead, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and this one hammered to center field. Will drop down one hopper in front of Dylan Cruz. And a 2-out single for Johnson, his second hit of the night. He's now 2 for 3. They want to fight back, get the single to center. Out of the top of the order, Jim Jarvis, who's 0 for 3 for the Tide. A couple of strikeouts and flied out in foul territory. Jarvis, a left-handed hitter. As Herring checks the runner from the stretch, kicks and fires, and there's a strike at the knees to make it 0-1. Herring's 0-1 pitch, just missed low. Fastball below the knees, make it 1-1. Runner at first, 2 down. 7-1 LSU leading here, top of the 7th. Herring fires in the swing and a miss. And on the hands, Jarvis could not make contact. Falls behind in the count, 1-2.
About a turkey here, Griffin Herring.
2 down, runner at first, the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball towards second. Napolt sliding, backhands, comes up firing to first in time. To Jared Jones for out number 3. I see you, Ben Napolt. Ball will find you when you check in. Great play by the Tiger backup second baseman, and that'll do it for Alabama. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. We stretch it out here at the box on a Friday night. Head to the bottom of the 7th. LSU leading 7-1. Tigers will send up once again for the 3rd time tonight. Cade Beloso to lead it off, followed by Thompson and Jones on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
Ah, this is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Cade Beloso will get it started for LSU in the bottom of the 7th here in Game 1. They lead Alabama 7-1. Tomorrow's Game 2 comes at you at 6 o'clock. New pitcher in for the Crimson Tide, Connor Ball, and the first pitch high and inside Forces Beloso to bail out of the box, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Ball making his 10th appearance of the season, all out of the pen. There's a strike on the inside corner to even it up 1-1. And after getting the first strike on Cade Beloso, will bring Colby Shelton, the third baseman, move him just right of second base. 3 infielders now right of that bag. This breaking ball misses low and outside, make it 2-1. Ball comes in with a 5.7 ERA on the season. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner to even the count 2-2. Beloso a little surprised. Cade led off the 6th inning with a base on balls. Here's the 2-2 swing, and a little foul rolls to the third base dugout.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama tomorrow and Sunday will have the entire top of their pitching staff.
Here's one. Little flare to left center, but it's got enough distance to reach Tommy Seidel, the left fielder, coming over to make a grab in left center field. And Beloso retired for out number 1. Fans H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. Remember, for all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit herentals.com today. See Jordan Thompson, who tonight is 2 for 3. Picking up where he left off Sunday in SEC play. A couple of big hits in that win over Ole Miss 7-6. First pitch a called strike from Connor Ball. Here's the 0-1. Thompson swings and misses at a pitch off speed and low in the zone. 0-2. Jordan with a single in the 4th, left stranded. A double in the 6th inning with nobody out. Eventually came in to score. Here's the 0-2 upstairs, ball 1. Ball, the 4th pitcher of the night for the Crimson Tide. The 1-2 to Thompson. Going to hit him. Got him in the leg. That will send him to first base. 92nd Tiger to be hit by a pitch this year. And with 1 out, the Tigers have a runner aboard. Jared Jones 0 for 3 tonight, looking for something. A couple of strikeouts, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th. Fouled out first base side in the 2nd inning.
A graphic here on TV shows Paul Skeens threw 19 pitches tonight at 100 miles an hour or better.
First delivery from Ball misses outside to Jones.
Like what? You know, I mean, this is college baseball.
Thompson with a lead off first. Ball to the plate, and it's in the dirt. Tomez again working hard, sliding to his left, able to glove it. 2 balls, no strikes. By the way, we were keeping up with strikeouts and fly ball outs. That Ben DePolk ground out.
Yeah, that was it. First ground out of the game.
Yep. To end the top of the 7th for Alabama. 2-0. Healthy cut, but a swing and a miss. 2-1 now to Jones.
That's the swing you're looking for. 2-1. I mean, 2-0, 3-1, 3-0.
2-1 delivery.
Yeah.
Drops down the sidearm and misses outside to make it 3-1 now to Jones.
And now he gets to take another big hack if it's there.
3-1 pitch. Missed inside, ball 4. So Jones aboard for the first time tonight. Puts runners first and second with 1 out. We'll see Braden Jobert. Nope. We're going to have Jack
Ethan
Merritt.
Fry.
Ethan Fry, rather. Going to come in for Jobert. Freshman got the start on Tuesday night against Nichols.
Yeah, had a night.
1 for 4. It's now Ball going to turn and look back. Thompson to second base. So with 1 out, runners first and second. Tigers looking to add to their lead here. They played at 3 in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch to Fry misses high. 1 ball, no strikes.
I mean, Ethan Fry, one of the more impressive specimens on this team. 6'5", 215, 20 pounds. As athletic as you can be.
1-0 delivery. High and outside from Ball. It's now 2-0.
Yeah, good time for a mound visit here.
Jason Jackson, pitching coach, on his way out. Gives me a chance to remind you to stop by TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue, and of course home of the Jay Johnson Show Monday nights at 6. The official barbecue restaurant of LSU Athletics. They've got every game all the time, to-go tailgate packages and event catering. Located on Acadian Thruway in Segan Lane. Visit them online at tjribs.com.
Alabama has 7 walks in this game. They have also hit 2 batters.
Not a good combination.
No.
Taking on LSU.
Really anybody. Those free passes, just really tough to compete with that.
2-0 pitch misses outside. So that'll make it 3 balls, no strikes for the pinch hitter, Ethan Fry.
You see, it'll be interesting here to see if Jay Johnson gives this young man the green light in a 3-0 count.
The pitch, inside and low, ball 4. That's going to load the bases once again for LSU, just like we saw in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now you have Alex Milazzo, who also was involved in that. Got a board on a walk. Came in to score as well in that 6th inning.
Milazzo's reached base all 3 times tonight. He's got his hit streak up to 5 straight games, Chris. I mean, that run comes in from third base, and this at bat, I think he locks up the Civitas player of the game.
First delivery, low and inside. Again, Connor Ball having trouble finding the strike zone. He sets Milazzo up 1-0. Oh, he's certainly a strong candidate. This pitch, again, low and inside from Ball. That'll make it 2-0.
Might even give him the take here. I mean, that would be 6 in a row, if not, wait, no, that's 7 in a row.
Bases loaded, the 2-0. There's a strike. Looked like the take was on. It's 2-1. Got Thompson at third base. He was hit by a pitch. Jared Jones was walked, and then Fry also walked. Laying down a bunt, first base side, gets beyond the mound.
Love it.
That'll score the run. Coming in, Thompson easily. The only play that Ball could make, chasing that ball at full speed, was to flip it to first to get Milazzo, but executed nicely. And the Tigers extend the lead now 8-1.
Well, listen, I would love to see Milazzo hit a double in the gap down the line there, but I loved it because it's the last thing I expected. And I thought, that was a great time for a bunt there. I got to assume that Alabama was taken a little bit off guard as well.
That'll bring Ben DePolt, who again checked in at second base for Gavin Dugas. Again, who at times tonight, just watching him in the field, didn't look quite 100%, but that's total speculation on my part. Here's a swing, little swinging bunt. Again, back to the mound. Ball will throw to first for out number 3, and the Tigers, after loading up the bases, come away with 1 run. No hits, no errors committed by Alabama. Tigers leave 2 men on. They now lead 8-1. We head to the top of the 8th here at the box on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers! Hey, Baton Rouge, don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 8th inning here at Alex Box Stadium on a Friday night. Game 1 of a 3-game series in conference play. LSU leading 8-1 over Alabama. Tommy Seidel will lead it off in the 2 spot for the Crimson Tide as Griffin Herring continues his work in relief. Starts his 2nd inning of work, and a swing and a miss gets him ahead early. 0-1. Seidel tonight 0 for 3, a strikeout. Popped out to Dugas at second base in the 3rd and flied out foul territory to Joe Bear in the 6th. This one slapped to left field. Going back, Morgan able to get to it, reaches high and grabs it on the run for out number 1. Seidel retired for the 4th time tonight. That'll bring up Andrew Pinckney, who is the total opposite. He's 3 for 3, a single in the 1st, solo home run to get Alabama on the board in the 4th, and had an infield single back in the 6th inning.
Yeah, Skeens wasn't able to figure this guy out. Maybe Griffin Herring will have a little better luck.
First delivery, strike on the outside corner from Herring on a fastball. It's 0-1. By the way, Ethan Fry, who came in for Joe Bear, as you would expect, taking over in right field. The 0-1. Again slapped to left. Morgan, though, having to go back, and this one going to have to be played off the wall. Morgan will track it down. And Pinckney 4 for 4 tonight. Stand up double with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning.
I think they're going to maybe call that a home run.
Yeah, looked awfully high up the wall. Good play by Morgan to immediately start playing it as if it had come off the wall.
They all did. Run. Thompson threw up his hands for the cutoff. It was great, but nope. Hit right off the top of the yellow there.
So the umpires are meeting, and let's see if we're going to get a review. It looks like we will.
We've been through this, though. Top of the yellow is not a home run, right?
That the ball was in play off the wall is being reviewed by crew chief review. The play is under review.
So we go under review for the first time tonight, presented by Acme Oyster House. And we will see, and again, it looked like on that initial replay that it did stay in the field of play. We'll get a slow-mo look at it here.
Yeah, I think we've been through this before where there was a little debate whether the yellow was actually out of the ballpark or not. This hits off the yellow, but I'm almost positive last time this happened, it was ruled just a double, not a home run.
Came off, almost looked like the top ribbing of the yellow.
It needed another, 2-3 inches to be a home run, if that.
So we'll wait and see as we go under review. Fans, Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple. And here we go.
The field is confirmed. Ball's in play. Batter stays at second base.
So Pinckney doesn't get the home run. He'll have to stick with the double with 1 out. Dudley DeBosier fan stands up for the purple and gold. Fights for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. That'll bring Drew Williamson to the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight in the cleanup spot with the runner at second. And the pitch from Herring is strike at the knees, 0-1.
Yeah, Williamson, one of the better bats in this lineup. I like the lefty-lefty matchup, and even more so that Herring was able to get ahead.
The 0-1, little slow roller towards Sharp. Thompson picks it up, throws on the run in time to get Williamson. Pinckney off and running, able to make it to third base. Is that one just out of the reach of Herring? Great effort, but a good job by Thompson, who was playing deep to get there and make the throw.
That Tiger bullpen's non-existent right now. A lot of people down there, nobody moving. This one is in Griffin Herring's hand, and he's been doing a great job so far.
So with 2 down, a runner at third. See Dominic Temez, the catcher. The first pitch from Herring way outside, ball 1. Temez 0 for 3, got a board on an error in the 6th inning. On a ground ball deep in the hole, it's short. Thompson made a glove on it, but the throw to first off the mark. Here's the 0-1. This one lifted foul, headed towards the seats and about 6 rows up. Out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fan made a grab for it, didn't come up. Just out of the reach of a youngster there, and looks like Ty Floyd going to go over and help him out, give him the baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at third for Alabama. Herring steps off the rubber, time called. They'll reset the pitch clock now as Temez digs back in. One way outside on a fastball. 2-1. Again, tomorrow's game 2, also a 6 o'clock start. They'll finish up the series on Sunday, getting underway at 1 p.m. 2-1. Just off the plate. Good looking pitch that time by Herring. Moves the count now 3-1. Pinckney running up the line. He'll stop momentarily as Herring comes set. 3-1 pitch, slapped, and just by a diving Thompson out to left center field. An RBI single for Temez will get another run on the board for Alabama. They now cut the lead 8-2.
That's a good at bat right there. And Griffin Herring, I've got no problems with what he's doing right now. He's throwing strikes and challenging these batters. That one actually right off the end of the bat. Lucky to sneak through the hole there, but just keep pumping it in there, lefty.
So now we'll see Colby Shelton, who is 1 for 3. At his 4th double of the year back in the 4th inning. Or rather, check that. 10th double of the year. First pitch in on the hands, pops it up behind home plate. Milazzo giving chase, and just out of his reach catches the screen. And that will make it 0-1. Don't forget, when the Tigers win, you win. Enter promo code LSU50 the day after an LSU baseball victory. And you'll receive 50% off your online order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. 8-2 our score. LSU leads. Alabama out hitting LSU. 2 runs on 8 hits. Ground ball bouncer foul to the first base dugout. Gets Shelton behind in the count 0-2. However, the Tigers once again utilizing the long ball. 8 runs on 6 hits. 2 of those deep to right field. 1 off Tommy White's bat, 1 off Dylan Cruz's bat. Runner at first, 2 down. Herring ahead in the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's slapped foul. Line drive down the right field line. Keeps it 0-2.
I'm good with a bouncer here or something off the outside corner, but nothing that he can get the barrel of the bat on in this count.
Herring's 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase it way outside. Shelton full down on strikes. That's the 3rd strikeout for Griffin Herring on the night. And that'll do it for Alabama. They do play to run on 2 hits. 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers will have Morgan, Cruz, and White. 2, 3, and 4 due up. LSU up 8-2 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Trey Morgan will get it started for LSU. They lead 8-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The first pitch offered up is smack foul off the bat of Morgan down the line in left, and it's 0-1. Morgan tonight 1 for 2 in the 2 spot. This one misses low to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. He has reached base 3 times. A walk, scored in the 3rd, single in the 5th, and was walked to drive in a run. Here's a ground ball up the middle. It gets by the glove of Ed Johnson at second base. And Trey Morgan with his second base hit of the game, the leadoff man aboard for LSU in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, the Tigers have only been able to get that leadoff runner aboard in now 4 of 8 innings.
See Dylan Cruz, who's 1 for 3, a 3-run bomb to right field in the 3rd inning. First pitch off speed. They'll say a strike at the knees, and that one
almost bounced.
Yeah, it looked like Temez had to do a basket catch with the mitt right on top of the plate, but nonetheless it's 0-1 to Cruz. Dylan was walked with the bases loaded to bring in a run last time in the 6th inning. There's a strike call. That one a little closer. I'll give him that off speed, and it's 0-2. Ball's 0-2 pitch. Came back with a fastball in on the hands, and Cruz fouls it off into the screen. Morgan at first. Here's the 0-2. Inside and bounces to Temez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball checks the runner in Morgan. Now the 1-2 hammered to center field. Going to drop down in front of Caden Rose. Morgan into second base. Cruz with his second hit of the night. And with nobody out, the Tigers here. Runners first and second. That'll bring Tommy White, who's 1 for 4, had the solo home run. Get the Tigers on the board there in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Yeah, and Cruz once again hits it hard up the middle. I mean, this kid is just so much fun to watch. You almost hope that every youth baseball player out there is watching him every at bat, replaying those swings, because nobody does it better.
First pitch to Tommy White. Misses outside as Temez tried to frame it, but not mine. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, so far more patience than any other at bat. Tommy swung at the first pitch he's seen in his previous ABs.
1-0 pitch. At the letters a called strike. Make it 1 ball, 1 strike now to Tommy White. 14 homers on the year to go along with 14 doubles. Runners first and second, nobody out. Pitch to Tommy, swing and fouled. Right side catches the screen. Now 1-2.
Ball does a pretty good job of keeping the ball down low from that very tricky left-handed slot. I'd say it's just below 3/4, not completely sidearm. He's got to make a pickoff attempt to second base to reset the time clock.
Back-to-back singles for the Tigers, and the 1-2 lifted foul off the bat of White, right side. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Home run here would be a backbreaker for the Crimson Tide.
A 1-2 pitch to the plate. Off speed, misses. Outside, 2-2. Again, stepping off is Connor Ball. They'll reset the pitch clock as Morgan goes back to second. He and Cruz now take their respective leads with a 2-2 count. The pitch, swing and a miss. White down on strikes. Chase that one down and away. That'll be the first out of the inning, and we'll see Cade Beloso. So for 3, did reach by way of walk in the 6th inning, scored a run.
That at bat was such a great example why it's so important to get ahead of batters. It's just so much easier when you do that. He had White on his heels and able to sneak the fastball by him low and away.
First pitch to Beloso, foul tip, rolls to the backstop. 0-1. Beloso tonight flied out to right, then flied out foul territory in the right field corner. As I mentioned, a board on a walk in the 6th inning. Fly ball out to left last time. Here's one swung on again. High in the air, shallow left field coming in. Seidel on the run. Able to get to it in time for out number 2. So Beloso retired. That'll bring Jordan Thompson.
Well, started off the inning like you're looking to, getting some leadoff runners aboard, but not able to get them past second base. And now you need something special to happen with Jordan Thompson. Of course, though, he's had a couple hits already tonight.
2 for 3 at the plate. First pitch from Ball, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. He was caught looking in the first inning, or second inning, his first at bat by Hagen Banks. Had a single in the 4th, left stranded. A double, came around to score in the 6th, and was hit by a pitch. Got aboard, came in to score again in the 7th. Ball delivers a strike to even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, the Tigers back-to-back singles to start the bottom of the 8th. Morgan at second, Cruz at first, and a swing and a miss. Pitch in on the hands. In the fastball, able to get by Thompson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball checks the runners. Now the 1-2. Another swing and a miss. Ball gives up 2 singles to start the inning, but comes back. Able to get the strikeouts and 1 fly out. And no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2 men on to the Tigers. We head to the top of the 9th. Last chance for Alabama. They trail 8-2 here at the box. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Oh, man, I'm glad you're here. Sit down and visit with me, Mom. I'm making it all ready for supper with my family tonight. I can't wait to hug my grandbabies and pass a good time over some good food. Ooh, I better start my rice. You know, it seems like all the best meals start by cooking some rice. Cajun country rice, of course. It's what you gotta have when you're cooking with love. I pick it up down the street at the grocery store, and I can even buy it online at CajunCountryRice.com. Y'all stay and eat. There's plenty, yeah.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving us some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Leading off the 9th inning, I'll have a pinch hitter come in for Alabama. Will Hodo, a left-hander, will stand in. First pitch offered up by Griffin Herring, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Tigers leading 8-2 here in Game 1.
Yeah, Hodo's actually started 23 games this year.
The 0-1 fastball misses outside from Griffin. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Has 94 at bats on the year, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs. He's hitting .298. Kind of interesting that left-handed bat wasn't in the starting lineup.
Swing and a miss. Herring gets it by. 1-2 now the count. Pitch to Hodo. Outside. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coming up, following the action on the diamond, we'll have the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show presented by Women's Hospital. Herring's 2-2 pitch. Got him in on the hands, pops it up, foul territory, first base side. Herring trying to get to it. The pitcher sprinting, could not get there in time. Keeps the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Listen up, Tiger fans. It's time for the Louisiana Lottery's greatest hits. Rocking its way to the top of the chart is Hit 5000. Game loaded with $5,000 prizes. Spin your hit today Just stop in at any lottery retailer and ask for Hit 5000. For your chance to win, must be at least 21 to purchase. 2-2 the count. To Hodo, the pinch hitter here in the top of the ninth. And that one right down. Skip Bertman drive, called strike 3. Hodo with no offer. And Herring records his 4th punch out of the night. 1 down, 2 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
Yeah, that's only the 2nd strikeout looking for Tiger pitchers tonight out of 13 punch outs.
So we'll see Will Portera again. He came in to pinch hit in the 7th inning. For the original starting DH, he was a strikeout victim. As the first pitch misses outside, 1-0. Jackson West started the game as the designated hitter. The 1-0 to Portera, swing and a miss. Herring delivered the fastball low in the zone. Portera tried to chase. Freshman left-hander looks in. Alonso gives him the sign. He'll wind, and the 1-1. Just missed outside. They appeal down to first. They'll say that Portera was able to hold back. 2-1. Two-one delivery. Swing and a miss. Time. Herring again able to get it by him to even the count. 2-2. Griffin ready to work. Back up on the rubber. 12 on the pitch clock. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Portera stays alive.
I almost think Bryce Collins is standing down there as a little motivation for Will Herring. I think it kind of lights the fuse a little bit when Herring notices someone even thinking about throwing down to the bullpen. This kid loves to be out there.
1 down. Top of the ninth. The 2-2 misses outside and high. That'll fill the count. 3-2. Maybe onto something. Griffin got the ball back and stared right towards the bullpen.
No, it definitely is could be a psychological thing, because I don't think that we're going to see Bryce Collins unless this pitch count is getting concerning for Jay Johnson. That one's fouled into the parking lot. As Herring's up to 45 pitches, so that's the only way I could imagine Bryce Collins or anyone else coming into this game, because Herring is getting the job done. Jay Johnson might be thinking, I want to have this guy for Sunday.
Payoff delivery to Portera, misses high and outside, ball 4. Look down into the LSU dugout. Jay Johnson with his notebook looks in. He's not quite on the top step yet.
I'll tell you, if I was Jay Johnson, I would be thinking about wanting to have Griffin Herring available if possible. And I think we're still at that pitch count where it would be okay on Sunday. But I think that if you let him get too much further, he might be on the shelf the rest of the weekend.
Ed Johnson in the 9 spot. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He and Pinckney have been the bright spots offensively. There's a swing and a miss. Off speed down in the zone. It's 0-1.
Now Blake Money is headed down to the bullpen, and I think he's going to start getting loose for real.
Pitch misses high, make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers lead 8-2, top of the ninth. Runner at first, 1 down. Herring, the 1-1. This is short of the plate. That'll move the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. LSU tonight looking for their 33rd win of the year. More importantly, 13th win in conference play. The 2-1 pitch from Herring. Foul tip comes off the bat, rolls to the backstop. Evens a count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got to finish it right here. The 51st pitch is due from Griffin Herring.
Again, a runner at first, 1 down. The pitch misses low. Fastball down in the zone will fill the count again. 3-2. Portera walked moments ago. He's down at first. Herring's payoff pitch to the plate. Hit foul towards the seats in right. Out of play, keeps it 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Another payoff pitch, this one against Sky down the right field line. Jared Jones giving chase, and it's just out of his reach. May have dropped down in the first or second row. Still 3-2 the count to Johnson, who, as I said, Pinckney tonight went 4 for 4, sitting in the 3 spot. Johnson came into the game batting .331 in the 9 hole. Had a base hit in the 3rd, flied out to center in the 5th, and another single in the 7th inning.
And he's being pesky right now.
Herring, another payoff pitch, and it misses outside, ball 4. So that'll put runners first and second here in the top of the 9th, and that brings
Wes Johnson.
Yeah, Wes Johnson, the pitching coach, coming out of the dugout. He will sprint out to visit with Herring in the infield here.
Yeah, we've not seen him make a move yet to the bullpen this year. It usually is what Coach Jay Johnson does, but we flip back to the top of the lineup, and we talk about it all the time. The 9th inning, every out's like a golden egg. I mean, it's just very tough to come by. Griffin Herring going to have to throw strikes. The last thing you want to see is letting them on for free, and that's back-to-back walks. And I would imagine, Chris, because this is a left-handed hitter, this would be the last batter for Griffin Herring, as the next 2 batters due up are both righties.
So Jarvis atop the order, 0 for 4 tonight. Got runners first and second, 1 out, top of the 9th. Pitch to the left-hander. Breaking ball misses low and outside. 1-0.
For me, the real travesty here, other than a quick 9th inning and wrap this one up, get back to the house, is now Griffin Herring is to that pitch count where I don't know that he's going to be able to go again this weekend.
1-0 delivery to the left-hander. Swing and a miss. Got that fastball by him on the hands. 1 ball, 1 strike. By the way, Ben Napolt moved from second to third. And Jack Merrifield entered the game. He'll play at second base. The 1-1, another swing and a miss. Nice location off speed from Herring down in the zone again, and it's 1-2 to Jarvis. Jarvis caught swinging, caught looking rather in the 5th. He was a strikeout victim to Skeens to start the game in the 1st inning. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Herring slips and falls on the mound, but he gets the pitch in on the hands, and Jarvis down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. 2 down, 1 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
Yeah, that was kind of bizarre there. Hopefully Griffin is okay, but he just completely, his landing foot just completely slipped out from underneath him. The outcome was positive, but he's probably had more graceful strikeouts.
Tommy Seidel, the left fielder, stands in with 2 down and 2 men on, 1st and 2nd. And Herring delivers a first pitch called strike, 0-1. Seidel in the 2 spot, 0 for 4, struck out in the 1st, popped out to Dugas at second base in the 3rd, flied out foul territory in the 6th, and a fly ball out to left field in the 8th. The 0-1 short of the plate. Milazzo dives on it to keep it in front of him. It's 1-1.
Tiger pitchers now with 14 strikeouts tonight and only 2 walks.
2 outs. Top of the 9th, and swung on by Seidel down the line, out of play in right field. It gets Griffin Herring ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that will bring Alec Box to life. Tiger fans wanting to end it here. With runners first and second, leading 8-2. Herring from the stretch with 2 down. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2. A little more energy here in Alec Box with a 2-2 count. Most people on their feet, and it's a foul down the 3rd base line off the bat of Seidel to stay alive with a 2-2 count and 2 outs.
Nobody wants this out more than Griffin Herring does. But Seidel refusing to go down without a fight.
Runners take their lead first and second. 2 down, top of the ninth. 8-2 LSU leads. 2-2 count to Seidel. The pitch from Herring, and again down the line, this time fair into right field. Ethan Fry couldn't cut it off. He'll have to chase it to the wall. That will bring in Portera. They'll hold up Johnson at third. And Seidel with his first hit of the night, a 2-out double to score a run. That'll make it 8-3.
2-out, 2-strike double in the top of the ninth inning. That is a big swing of the bat. Kind of surprised there that they held up that runner at third base. Seemed like he could have scored pretty easily as the ball again got past Fry down the right field line. I guess they're just playing it uber conservative because, of course, Pinckney is up to bat with 4 hits tonight. They didn't want to take any chances, not give him a chance to swing the bat.
So Pinckney 4 for 4 stands in. The first pitch low and inside. Again, Milazzo doing a great job. Keeps it in front of him. Runners now second and third. Tigers with a 5-run lead here in the top of the ninth, but finding that third out has been very elusive here. Herring trying to get Pinckney out for the first time on the evening. There's a strike right at the knees to make it 1-1. Johnson, who we mentioned held up at third. Seidel with the double stands at second. This pitch low and inside. Again, Milazzo doing some work back there behind the plate. It's now 2-1
right there. I just keep thinking back to when we're at 45 pitches after that first walk in this inning after the strikeout. Now he is at 68 pitches. Hopefully just a pitch away from wrapping this one up.
2-1 delivery. Pinckney, a ground ball foul left of third base. And again, the count even, 2-2. 2 outs and 2 men on. So the deuce is wild here in the top of the ninth. LSU leading 8-3 in game 1. Be back here tomorrow evening with a 6 o'clock first pitch. Johnson at third, Seidel at second. The 2-2 from Herring. Up the middle, base hit into center field. That's going to score Johnson. They'll wave Seidel home. And a 2-run single for Pinckney, who is 5 for 5 on the night. And suddenly now it's a 3-run game. 8-5.
Yeah, it's a special night for Pinckney. Put that in perspective. Only one LSU player this year has had 5 hits in a game. I'll give you a quick guess who that is. That's number 3 himself, but Pinckney, the biggest Tiger killer of them all tonight.
First pitch now to Williamson. Be a called strike, and it's 0-1.
He has also come around to score twice tonight.
The 0-1 slapped and into right field, a base hit. Williamson with his first hit of the night. Pinckney around second. He will scoot his way into third. Runners on the corners now with 2 down. And the catcher, Dominic Temez, to the plate, the potential tying run.
And Blake Money and Bryce Collins are really getting it moving down in the Tiger bullpen.
So now Pinckney, who drove in 2 runs with a single, stands at third. Williamson drives in a run with a single. He's at first. Temez 1 for 4 tonight. As Milazzo rises up, calls for time. And it looks like that was to give Jay Johnson the opportunity to come out of the dugout. So they'll make a change here with 2 outs in the top of the ninth. Tigers came into the inning leading 8-2. It's now an 8-5 ball game. And again, Dominic Temez at the plate represents a possible tying run in this game 1 scenario. So a pitching change. They'll bring in a new pitcher for the Tigers, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. We'll get back to it after this. 8-5 LSU leads on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
Hey, Tiger fans, don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
2 down, top of the 9th. Alabama, though, has plated 3 runs on 3 hits. They've done it with 2 outs. They've been able to continue to move runners as now LSU calls upon Bryce Collins to put out the fire here. They led 8-2 coming into the 9th. Now they lead by just 3. It'll be Dominic Temez, who's 1 for 4 tonight, had a single with an RBI his last at bat in the 8th inning. Also reached on an error on Gavin Dugas in the 6th. Strikeout victim to Skeens in the 2nd and flied out to right field to Braden Jobert in the 4th inning. But Alabama now with 2 men on. Temez representing a possible tying run. It'll be Bryce Collins who stands in. Righty on righty matchup. The first pitch short of the plate. A breaking ball, and it's 1-0.
Bryce Collins making his 4th appearance in SEC play. And on the year, this is number 12.
Another breaking ball that's again short of the plate. Milazzo having to scoot up to get it. It's 2-0.
Collins has a 5.65 ERA. He's 2-1 on the year. He's gone 14 1/3. He's only allowed 7 hits and 9 runs, but he has 15 walks and 18 strikeouts.
There's a breaking ball in for a strike.
Yeah.
Make it 2-1.
They're obviously going heavy breaking ball here to Temez. That's 3 in a row. And now you've got Big Riley Cooper starting to warm up down in the Tigers bullpen.
2-1, a bouncing foul down the third base line will move the count 2-2. And again, LSU fans will rise to their feet, hoping that Bryce Collins can find maybe strike 3 or certainly the 3rd out to finish this game up. Runners take their lead 1st and 3rd. The 2-2 pitch comes with a fastball, slow bouncer, base hit, gets into center field. That's going to score Pinckney, and it's now 8-6. LSU's lead has dwindled to 2 runs. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th, and Alabama
That's
will
amazing.
not go away.
4 straight hits. Inning started off with a strikeout, then 2 walks, then another strikeout, and since then 4 straight hits. And Colby Shelton, who I've already mentioned, is the most dangerous bat in this lineup, with a chance to put the Tide ahead by 1.
First pitch, breaking ball again short of the plate, dropped inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Tonight, Shelton 1 for 4. But represents the power for this Crimson Tide offense. Runners 1st and 2nd, the 1-0. And the breaking ball drops in too low. 2 balls, no strikes. 6 runs on 12 hits tonight for the Crimson Tide. As Doug mentioned, 4 hits in a row, plating 4 runs in the top of the 9th. This breaking ball, again, right on the top of the dish. Milazzo gets away from him up the third base line. Nobody advances, but it's 3 balls, no strikes to Shelton. .30 pitch. Strike at the knees. Shelton trying to lobby it. Was a bit low, but it will be 3-1 now.
That was a curveball. A 3-0 count. That was a breaking ball. That could have gone either way.
3-1 pitch.
Another one.
There's a strike on the outside corner with the breaker. That'll fill the count 3-2. Full count. 2 outs, top of the ninth. LSU leading 8-6. Runners first and second for the Crimson Tide. Payoff delivery. Swing and a miss. A breaking ball gets him. And the Tigers win. Tigers win. They made it interesting in the top of the ninth inning. But just call Bryce Collins the fireman. Comes on, saves the day, and LSU picks up the win. They move to 33-8, 13-5 in SEC play. For Alabama, they suffer their 13th loss on the season, now 30-13, fall below 500. They are 9-10 in SEC action. Tigers get the win, 8-6. Here in game 1 of the series, coming up, the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show in just a bit on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making